Okay, and test. All right. How was the gym?
It's good, bro. I've been trying to get active, bro. I'm on your program. Always getting me right now, bro. I went 5 days last week. Last couple weeks I've been getting in there, so trying to get on a little routine, bro. See where it takes me.
There we go. What'd you hit
Got my
today?
little got my little protein shake with me right now. You feel me? Now I'm trying to bulk up a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good one, bro. 30 grams of protein
There we
for
go.
160 calories. Can't beat it. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
love the good old Premier. You could
Tastes
drink
solid. Tastes
you,
solid too.
you could drink a couple of those. That's nothing. That
Mm-hmm.
goes down easy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, I played. I worked out 5 days last week, bro, and then I hooped on Saturday. We
I
did
saw
leg day
that.
on
I
Thursday.
saw that at the Breakfast Club.
Oh my God, bro! After I hooped, my calves were already fucked like before I hooped, and then after I hooped because it was in Dina, so I hooped, and then I had to drive home an hour. Bro, as soon as I stepped out of my car when I got
Shit
home,
cramped up.
oh my God, I couldn't move, bro. I was like thinking about I'm gonna step out tonight. Shit, nah, I couldn't, bro.
Who was you hooping with?
Some of my one of my homies from Santa Barbara, he lives in Pasadena, so they like I met some of his other homies like we all in the fantasy football league and shit. So
Oh
they
shit.
be
I
they
need
be
I need
running.
action in that, bro. I'm championship or bust when it comes to the fantasy league.
And I got like 4 or 5 leagues, bro. I've been doing the fantasy shit since I was like 8 years old.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Would,
Um,
would would you give them? Would you give them at the open gym?
I ain't give him shit, bro. I'm out of shape, bro.
Yeah.
I was out there playing like Ricky Rubio, bro. Pass first.
Pass rush. You was just playing Lonzo Ball, rookie year.
Yeah.
Lonzo just
I was crashing
rebound,
the
kick it up.
boards, bro. That's all crashing the boards, assisting. I ain't get scored on. I couldn't shoot for shit though.
Legs gone. There you
Hmm.
go. I might have to go out there and give him. What can I give him?
Yeah, it was some
I ain't
good
hooped in a
runs.
minute. I could probably gain to 15.
There was a lot of people, so we was going to 7. We was going quick.
7. Now you was playing half court.
Nah, full court, bro. Because there would be like 2 or 3 teams waiting, so like they just gotta like.
Oh, nah. 7 is bullshit.
It
7
is
is some bullshit. All ones?
nah ones and twos.
Nah. I understand 11. Playing to 7 is fucking insane.
It
What the
is, bro.
fuck is
You
y'all
gotta
niggas
lock in.
doing? What is this?
You gotta lock in.
Niggas, I about to say you might as well play half court at that point. Playing those 7, nigga? Are you
Just
crazy?
because people nobody's trying to wait too long, so fuckers are
Fuck
just
them
getting it
niggas.
done.
Don't lose.
Exactly.
Like I
I
said,
mean,
if you ain't trying to play in
we
those
was
7
winning.
is
We was
nuts.
winning, thankfully.
I mean, all right. What was that?
You heard that?
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, I think I was like clicking on one of the other YouTube videos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, playing to 7. That's like you niggas out there playing pig. That's fucking crazy.
Oh God, bro, you go up and down the court, someone hits back-to-back threes, you already like, fuck, bro.
Nigga Keaton, nigga, I don't think you understand how funny that is, bro. Playing to 7 is crazy. I ain't never heard of that, dog. That's pretty funny. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, you got some comments on some of our other shit?
I I would say, Nick, but you fucked my head up because I was gonna tell you I could probably go out there give him 5-5-5 in an open run. But
Yeah,
nigga,
you can accumulate that through like 2 or 3 games, bro.
but exactly what she said, playing to 7, nigga, you damn near gotta. You can't even let if you were the squad, you don't know. You can't even let other niggas get a rhythm. You just gotta go. That's crazy. They-
Bro, I'm telling you the first game, like we lost quick. I was like, God damn, I
Quick.
couldn't up and down the
That's
court.
three threes. Two
Yeah,
couple
bro.
threes, game over. Yeah, there's no room for error. But all right, bro. Let's get into it. Welcome to another episode of No Lazy Takes. I'm Brandon Long. That's Keaton.
It's the
The
deal.
There you go. This the 7 point wonder over there. Look. What's the hat? Let me see the hat. What team is that?
Just a little Blue Jays custom.
Okay. There you go.
I mean, just
Uh,
got the shower, so I ain't trying to redo the hair and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my Belong gym grind right now. So
There you go.
I'm trying to get to that 2% body fat or whatever the negative 2% body fat, whatever
Negative
the hell you got
2%.
going on over
You're
there.
around there. You ain't too far off. I got on the hometown hero though. You don't even know what this one is right here, bro.
Who's that
You know
number two?
you know who this is?
Number two. Is that throwback or give me a time period?
You don't know who this is? Two for Indiana?
Is this recent?
Hometown hero. What city you from?
Is that Darren Collison?
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right, there you
That's the
go.
that's the Etowanda High School,
Hmm?
the UCLA. A lot of people don't know. Niggas be like, and when a lot of people talk about Russell Westbrook, they'll like, oh, he came out of nowhere in college. The reason he came out of nowhere in college because he wasn't the point guard for those teams. Darren Collison had a stronghold on that starting point guard spot between I
Who?
think he was there from what like '04 to '08.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He was a starter day one. Came in as a freshman, started point guard. I remember, yeah, those are some good teams. I think they made it to the Final Four like 2, 3 years in a row with
Hmm.
Darren Collison, Russell Westbrook, and them boys. I remember the year they lost to Derrick Rose. They lost to Derrick Rose, and I think they lost to like who the
Yeah, he was
one
a
year.
he was a 3 year 05 to 09. So
He's
he
there
was
oh
one.
05 to oh 09. Yeah, he started the whole time. Yeah, he was running the show. He had a
Mhm.
damn good career too. He
Mhm.
almost finished it off with the Lakers. I remember before he retired, the Lakers was talking about picking him up that last
He
year, the shit
always
show year. They was
he
talking about
always yeah, I know. They no, he suited up like 2 or 3 games. Like most people don't
he
remember
ain't
that.
suit up.
I
Nigga
swear to
suited
God.
up.
Yeah, he suited up.
That was the bullshit year though. That was Braun first year, right?
Yeah, bro, he suited up, but like,
That nigga did not suit up,
it was
bro.
so unmemorable, bro. I promise you.
Nigga
He played
suited
three
up.
games. He
Oh
played
god.
3 games.
Nigga retired right after at
Yep.
halftime.
Yep.
Vontae Davis.
Yeah, he was done. He ain't do shit in those 3 games. He averaged 1 point. He averaged low key my high school stats, like 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist. It's kind of like around where
Nah, bro. What Darren Collison's career, remember he got drafted by New
New
Orleans.
Orleans. Yep.
Got
He
drafted by
was
New
in.
Orleans. Chris Paul got hurt, so he got to start for about 20, 30 games. He was balling. I remember one game his rookie year, he had about 30 on the Mavericks or some shit like that. And
Mhm.
then they came back and they had a good little 1-2 going. He had the spot on Indy. He was supposed to be the starter. He was the starter when Paul George and them first got there.
He was.
So, but
Did they move him for like George? Did they
George
bring in
Hill,
George or
George
something?
Hill. But listen, he came down to Rancho, was playing that 24-hour fitness and broke his thumb. They
Mm.
wasn't fucking with that.
So
And
yeah,
and
playing with
then
them.
and then they got George Hill and got him up out of town. So that was supposed to be him on them teams taking on Braun and all them. And he honestly might have did better than George Hill. I think he might be a better player than George Hill.
It's pretty close. I think that they both kind of had similar careers.
Very similar careers, but George Hill he kind of gets more favoritism because he's light skinned. So you know how that can be sometimes.
Hmm. But yeah, you can't be hooping at them Rancho 24s if you were a pro basketball
You
player,
can't.
especially.
Yeah, I think they for sure got clause in that. Like
God,
nigga,
it's
you can't
no.
during season. You can't go
Every
home. He came home trying to fuck on some Rancho shit probably, and then ended up breaking his thumb. So yeah,
every time I go there, it's a walking injury liability, bro. Last time I went there, I had a whole scratch up and down my arm, looked like Wolverine got to me, bro. Everybody
yeah,
like my family was looking at me like, "What the hell happened to your arm? Like, are you good? Are you mentally okay?" They were worried about my mental stability.
yeah. No, last time I was hooping at LA Fitness, just a half court shit in Rancho. Nigga Omar almost broke my foot. Nigga fouled the shit out of me. I was like
Like,
stepped on his foot.
shot that jumper that he shoots and he
Nah, shit. Yeah, he got the fucking some Stretch Armstrong bullshit. Yeah, his shit is crazy. Pause. But fucking nah, bro.
shout out
But yeah,
Omar though. Shout out Omar.
shout out Omar. Yeah,
He
speaking
could
of
hoop. He
Omar,
could hoop.
no, he's got a real crafty post game. He's got long
He
ass
plays
arms.
like my NBA comp from is Kyle Anderson.
Uh, he plays more like a Caillou. Like if Caillou could hoop, that's how I would picture Caillou hooping.
That's not an NBA comp though. That's just
What is Caillou? That just what is Caillou again? Caillou's like he's like an octopus. Like he's weird, bro. His game is so super weird. You see, because he tall, bro, and he
I
got
never
long arms.
seen. I didn't know that he was hooping in the show. I didn't know that was a thing.
Caillou. Let me
Hmm.
look up what the fuck Caillou looked like. Hold on, bro. I don't know why. I don't remember what Caillou looked like, but that's the first thing that came to mind when you said Omar. Uh, it's a cartoon, right?
Shit,
Oh
you
my
look him
god.
up. You brought him up. I was never thinking about
Damn,
that.
Omar. That nigga Keaton said you look like this nigga right. Oh, that's
That was
crazy.
you that brought that up. I said
That's
Kyle
crazy.
Anderson. I said Kyle Anderson. No, you go rewatch the footage, bro. I ain't never. I
Keaton,
would
why you
never
say
say
that
that.
nigga ball like Caillou? That's crazy. No, but I was gonna say, speaking of Omar, uh, that's fucking hilarious. Speaking of Omar, I was gonna say Harlow. Harlow hit me, so he'll be on the show next week. We're gonna get Harlow up in there. He said he's working late nights. Them niggas,
You know,
they doing
Harlow.
their thing, bro. They out there, they DJing. I know they had to not like us shit. Them niggas so they wouldn't appreciate you wearing that Toronto Blue Jays hat, honestly. Yeah, so
Is
yeah,
what
they
it
doing.
is. It is what it is, man. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I rock with everybody.
There you go. Same here. You can't go wrong being neutral.
Hmm.
But yeah, first thing I want to get into is the Olympics and not basketball. I really don't want to talk too much Olympic basketball. They did their thing against Puerto Rico. Not a lot of storylines coming out of that game at all. Anthony Edwards went off.
Hmm.
Supposed to take care of that. Yeah, me or you could probably honestly play for the Puerto Rican national basketball team. So it's like, yeah, you know what I mean.
I like.
Yeah, they supposed to do that. You honestly supposed to beat them by 40 or 50, but
Mhm.
it is what it is. The thing of the Olympics that I want to talk about is the 100-meter men's final. So,
Hell of
uh,
a race. Hell of a race. I'm not gonna lie.
hell of a race. One of the fucking most suspenseful. The race was over. I didn't know who won, and that's never happened before. Where I
Hmm.
watched the race, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I thought the Jamaican dude won. So,
Me too.
uh, but this is the first time. So you know when you watch the Olympics, say you cut on, you know how they be having the random sports. So like you cut on volleyball, you see USA versus Brazil. Who are you rooting for?
USA. All the
Root
time.
for USA. Okay, you cut on
It's
ping
like
pong.
against Korea or some shit. I might fuck with Korea, depending on the sport though.
No, you're Korean, so that makes sense. But if
Right.
it's USA versus someone not named Korea,
Yeah.
you're rooting for USA. Like, okay,
Mhm.
this is the first time where I found myself watching an Olympic event. You already know where I'm going with this. I just don't like this nigga. I don't like him. Noah Lyles won the race. Congrats. Like what you did, that was big time. I can't even hate on it. You did your thing. You said you was going to do it. You've been talking loads of shit. You went out there. You showed niggas. Congrats. You won a medal for US. So at the end of the day, when we look in 20 years from now, they're going to have 100-meter wins. And that number is going to be one more because of you. So I can't. At the end of the day, I'm an American. America go to war with Africa right now. I'm siding with America. I don't want to live like an African. So, but here's the thing. I just don't like him. And I think it stems from just me watching. I don't like how he paints his nails. I don't like the way he talk. It's kind of, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to get too political here. And then
I know what you're. I know what you're. Yeah, I know what you're trying to insinuate.
he got barrettes in his hair. He's too sassy. He's like vintage. He kind of like Jalen Ramsey personality. But I like Jalen because Jalen be sticking shit. He taking care of business too. So maybe I'll grow to like him. Pause. But it's just there's just something
Like
about him.
It's like Jared McCain right now.
I want to get on that because you might have just opened up something, took my brain somewhere else. So with that, because yeah, hold on. We gonna get to that. Did all this finger painting athlete stuff. Me and you,
Hey, you
we
was saying Caleb Williams might be the best bear ever, and he paints his nails.
exactly. And I was gonna say, don't be surprised if you see them two in a couple TikToks. If you see Jared McCain and Caleb Williams doing the "Get Ready with Me" type shit, and niggas getting nail painted
Get ready.
facials. They wearing
Great.
they gonna recreate that Young Thug and Lil Uzi picture with the dresses on, buying Chanel boots and shit. But yeah, them two, they both ballers, bro. Because McCain could hoop. He was in the summer league
Hmm.
hooping. I give it to him. He IE dude too. He went to Corona Centennial. So
Hmm.
you gotta root for the IE dude. But it's
Hmm.
like you gotta pay, do whatever you want with your life, homie. But the paint nail shit, never me. If I have a son one day, come in with his nails painted, not gonna happen. But what was I gonna say? What was I going? Oh yeah, the Noah Lyles. I think the hate stems from the comments he made about the NBA champions that one year, where I don't know who the hell this guy was, and he got asked a question, what do you think about the NBA world being called world champions? He said, championship of what? So I'm like, who is this dude? Like, he's not Tyson Gay, he's not Usain Bolt, he's not who's the other dude that used to sprint for Team USA? Christopher Justin, he was just on Nightcat.
Hmm.
You know,
Justin
not
Caitlin.
Justin Gatlin. Yeah, yeah, Justin Gatlin. Yeah, he's not Justin Gatlin. I never heard of you. Who is this guy talking? I don't think that just put a bad taste in my mouth about his personality. Him shitting on U.S. sports just from the jump. So it's like already makes me not want to like you. Then I see you in commercials with barrettes, you mad sassy, you got fingernail paint. So like, and then I see on Twitter as well, that's the same rhetoric. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think predominantly a lot of it is coming from the NBA community. Like literally, like I know people that were watching the race to specifically hate watch. Like they were literally tuning in
Absolutely.
just to root against him. Like they didn't have no other interest. They just wanted to see this man fail, which is kind of wild to me because obviously he's an American and whatnot. Um, but I ain't gonna lie, like yeah, like I agree with you that like yeah, like I think it was the comments that he made about that just kind of like set me off. Like just was like it just made me feel weird. Like why did you feel the need to say that? First of all, like what did he have to gain by dissing the NBA players and making a comment about them not being the world champs? Not only that, but it's just so false. Like literally, like you can watch the Olympics right now, and all the best players from all the Olympic teams are NBA players. So like, how can you legitimately say that some EuroLeague team or any team in any league can fuck with the Celtics from the NBA champion Celtics right now? The Celtics would beat any international team by 25 plus. You could literally put you could low key put I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say you could put like all the best international players together, and the Celtics might be able to beat them. But then I was kind of stretching it a little bit because then I started thinking about
Stretch Armstrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I was stretching a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
No, that I mean, it's just like when he says shit like that, like he kind of, I don't know, he kind of has to expect that that's what's gonna come with the territory. I guess he like whatever he feeds into it, and if that's what gets him going, that's what motivates him, um, makes him perform at the highest level. Then so be it. Like I ain't gonna hate on it. He did what he's supposed to do. We'll see if he holds it down to 202. I mean, if you do both of those things, like what can anybody say? You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk a shit, he can talk a shit, whether it's right or wrong, don't matter. He backed it up.
He backed it up, man, and he better have won because if we was coming in here today talking about a Noah Lyles loss, oh,
Hmm.
I'd be crip walking on his grave.
Hmm.
Yeah. So he did his thing, but he couldn't lose. He been talking too much. He's in every commercial. He's got berets and barrettes in his head, and he has his nails painted. I was like, just make you. He just make you not want to like him. But it's his. I can't hate. Can't hate. He shut the haters
Yeah,
up.
nothing
Shut
to
the
hate.
haters up. Do your thing. And then now I'm kind of rooting for him to win 200 now. So I like it. I see. Okay, this ain't all talk. You actually win a race, and then come to find out, he wasn't even supposed to win that race like that. Homie from Jamaica was supposed to win that.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, because you go to Jamaica with your girl, them Jamaican niggas, they trying to, yeah, get them niggas out the way. Them they trying to take your girl to the restroom, all types of weird stuff. So it's just, yeah, I'm with him on that. But yeah, so we're gonna see the 200 is when tomorrow.
Either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm not sure. It's one of those.
Tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay. You got any
Yeah, I think they
takes?
started it today. Like the heat, like the initial heats and stuff. So I don't know what the timetable is from semis to finals. I don't know if they do it the same as the 100 where they did it the semis and the finals in the same night.
Okay. Yeah. You have any takes on uh before we leave the track, shout out to Emmanuel Matadi. That's my sister Tyra. Her boyfriend is an Olympic sprinter for Liberia, and he made it to the semifinals. So shout out to you, bro. You did your thing. Might be his last Olympics. This guy, he's a physical specimen. He about 6'1", 6'2", 230, all muscle. So yeah, I don't know how he's running that fast with that size and that weight, but yeah, shout out to you, bro. But do you have any takes on Team USA's game tomorrow?
No, not really. It should be a game that they should win pretty comfortably again. Like Brazil, is being led by Lakers legend Marcelo Huertas. So,
Oh
um,
God.
yeah. So it shouldn't necessarily be a problem. We've seen what Marcelo Huertas brings to the table in the NBA game. So obviously he'll
Yeah.
probably play better in an international setting and whatnot because he has more freedom. But Brazil doesn't really have anybody that should make USA even break a sweat. I'm trying to think of what other players they have. I know they got like Bruno Caboclo, Cristiano Felicio. Like these are all borderline NBA guys. Guy Santos. Like none of these guys are like, you know what I'm saying? Like should be a game they win by 25 plus. Hopefully, um, we can get some more camaraderie moving forward because I think in the semis, based on what it's setting up, they're gonna see Serbia again. Because I think they play the winner of Serbia, Australia, who would, and I'm assuming I would probably take Serbia in that matchup just because they got Jokic but
Right.
Australia can be competitive in that game because they got some guys, but just hopefully like I just noticed that as you get into the knockout stages, sometimes Team USA, they have some turnover issues and whatnot. So hopefully they can shore that up. And then hopefully I just want to see Embiid play a good game, like start to finish. You know what I mean? Like he's been the only guy where it's kind of looked like throughout the entire tournament, you can't really like say he's had a good game. Like he's had moments or stretches where he's put up some points and made somewhat of an impact, but it's never been consistent from start to finish. Whereas you've gotten signature performances from LeBron. You've gotten and same thing you could be Steph for Steph. Steph has shot the ball horribly through the first three games in the group stages. And so hopefully he turns it up a notch when you get to the knockout stage because he's getting a lot of good looks. He's just missing them for whatever reason. I think he needs to shoot further back. Like for some reason the line might be too close for him. I don't know, but we'll see. This just them two. I want to see Stephen Embiid get going because um I think when you get into the semis and then eventually the gold medal game, you're probably gonna need those guys just so you don't end up getting into um a tight game. These should all be games they win comfortably throughout the entire tournament. They should win every game by double digits, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that Serbia Australia game can go either way just because I'm real big on Josh Giddey's game and he's looked like he's playing with confidence and he has like
You're
the
real big
free
on his game?
not the game that he outside of the court. The
No,
game
I know.
outside of
Yeah, no, well, I was never going there to be in, yeah, anyways, but
that's not
okay.
what you meant. I was about to say, nah, the Giddy game is crazy. The Giddy game is the
Yeah.
Giddy game
Yeah.
is a little different. Yeah, his game is a little illegal in some states. But
In every state.
no, no, no. There's more states, I think 16 and 18.
It's illegal in every state, man. No, I ain't going for that
I'm telling you,
technicality.
bro,
I know it is, but like
it's
in
yeah,
my
it's
in my
no,
head.
yeah. I can be in New Jersey and still it's a no. It's a hard no for a
Mhm.
17-year-old. But it's a no for an 18-year-old. They're like 18 is still, yeah. But yeah. That's what I thought you meant by the giddy game.
No, no,
But
I was more so, yeah, like I don't know, I just like obviously like
yeah,
lashes, but I think like the
he can
he can't
play.
sh
He can play. He can play. He's 6'8" and he can handle. So if you 6'8" and you can handle, you could damn near at his frame, he can get to anywhere on the court. Because the guards is he's bigger than every guard. He got big hands, he got good control of the ball. If he gets the ability to hit an open three, which he's shown the capability to do from time in and time out, just his confidence was off last year with all the shit going on in the media kind of like how Deshaun Watson's was when you got some weird shit going on in the media. You got
Mhm,
stands, people holding up fucked up signs saying, hey, you did this, you did that. Of
mhm.
course, that's going to mess with your mental. You got to be Kobe level of mental fortitude to make it through that, like Kobe did in '06 when he had the case. But yeah, but Giddy and Deshaun Watson, they not built like that. But yeah, but he can get to anywhere on the court and he can see the game. He has a real good feel for passing the ball.
Mhm.
If he could step it up on defense, I think that's the next key to really elevating his game, the shooting, and then him being better on defense because he's got the size, he's got the athleticism, and his passing ability in certain ways. I don't want to go crazy here. When I first saw him, I'm like, okay, this guy kind of got that. He can run the show like almost like a John Stockton type. I'm telling you, yeah, I know it's a stretch, but you're gonna see when he's in Chicago, he is going to run the show. That is the perfect place. There's
I,
no other.
I don't. No, I don't know if he's gonna run the show because they got Kobe White in there, and
Kobe
Kobe White,
White
who,
is a scorer. Kobe White is a scorer.
yeah, but he can play make a little bit to where he's gonna have the ball in his hands, and then Zach LaVine's still gonna be on the roster too, and
He
they don't
is
know.
a scorer. He's a
But the
scorer.
I understand that, but those guys at the end of the day take touches away from Giddy, whether or not they're passers or scorers. They demand touches. They demand touches on the ball specifically.
But these are two guys that Giddy, they don't you don't look at them as pick and roll geniuses, pick and roll guys. They're like guys who get the ball in the break and go. Kobe
Yeah.
White's an isolation guy. He'll dance with you. He can step back. He'll blow right
Mhm.
by you. Zach LaVine, you already know he does. He don't
Mhm.
need no screens. And he can shoot. He can be a catch and shoot guy. He can do pretty much everything in his offensive game. So he'll run the wing with Giddy. Yeah, he'll run. Yeah, trust me, it's gonna be. There's no there's nobody as ball dominant as Shea Gilgis on that team.
Yeah, I think my thing with Giddy is I don't doubt his ability to put up some numbers, and I'm just wondering whether those numbers are going to translate to impact on the court in terms of translating to team success and then specifically playoff success. Because I know, especially when you get into a playoff setting, it's going to be a lot. We already saw that it's easy to scheme against him, even if he has the ball and he's having touches and he's running the offense. He has a glaring weakness in his game. And so obviously when you get to the playoff setting, it becomes a lot easier to exploit those weaknesses.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He's going to have his opportunity, but I have questions about whether his impact is going to translate to team success. Specifically, if you're going to give him the keys to the offense, like I don't know what the ceiling of a Josh Giddey led team is. I don't think it's very high as it is now, but we'll see what happens in the future.
There's no Josh Giddy led team. He's
As the primary ball handler, still though,
yeah.
he doesn't
I
have to be the
think he
best
can.
player, but he's the primary ball handler.
I think he could be the primary ball handler on a playoff team.
I think maybe on like a playing team, maybe, but I don't think it's anything past that right now with where he's at.
Yeah, no, he definitely has, like you said, he has weaknesses with the jump shot and then also the defense. But his size and his handle at 6'8" is extremely rare. You don't see guys at that. He's 6'8". He's
Hmm.
6'8". So he can just put smaller guys. You see him take guys in the post, put smaller guys on the hip, and getting to the rim doing finger rolls from the free throw line. Have you been watching FIBA? He doing his
Hmm.
thing. So I'm saying this. I would not be surprised if Australia beat Serbia. I'm not be
Yeah,
surprised
I
at
mean, they
all.
have some guys. They got Patty Mills, still old ass is still in there, and when he gets into FIBA play, he turns into Steph Curry. And then they got who else do they got? Dyson Daniels.
He can
They
play.
got Josh Green. They got Jock Landale.
Play.
Um,
Yeah, they got guys that can
they
play.
got some guys that can play. So well, yeah, that should be a good matchup. I'm looking forward to France versus Canada too. I think that'll be a fun one.
France versus Canada is going to be really good. I'm surprised that that's one of the games going on in this round. Yeah, that's good for America. Get one of them out of there because yeah,
I
they're
think,
both
yeah, because France hasn't looked good so far in the group stages because they had their guard play is awful.
trash. Yeah, they just got Gobert and Wemby, and Wemby's playing way too cute for my liking right now. But I think it's because he's playing
Gobert's
on the court
clogged
with
the lane.
Gobert.
So
Exactly, but still, he's playing. He should be putting everything in the rim. Absolutely, he
yeah, he
should be
doesn't have
doing.
the frame yet to do that, and especially in FIBA where they allow more physicality,
Yeah,
it's
they
easy to
they
knock him off
allow.
his spot right now.
Yeah, FIBA definitely allows a little bit more bump and run.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is more physical. So yeah, but it's yeah, Steph Curry definitely is struggling, and I think it might be the pressure of this because you're playing Team USA. You haven't been on an Olympic team yet. It's your first time. You're not gonna go to the bench. The way he's been playing, he should be on the bench. He should be, but you got your Steph Curry. We're playing with Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's not ever in his right mind gonna fucking bench Steph Curry in the Olympics. And I think this just goes to show this is Steph Curry is. I don't look at Steph Curry as a clutch player.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I can see what you mean by that. Compared to other all-time great players, I would agree with that. He's had moments for sure, but Yeah, I mean, comparatively to like other borderline top 10 players,
And
I see
and
what you
here here's when I hopped off the Steph Curry train. I was the biggest Steph Curry guy. I remember watching him in Davidson. I had a basketball court attached to my door in my room. I used to shoot like Steph Curry, the weird little wind up shot. I remember when Steph Curry was the last superstar in NCAA. When NCAA made basketball games, you could play with Steph Curry, Davidson. I don't know. You might be a little too young for that, Keat. Um,
I didn't play that game, I'm gonna lie.
yeah, no. That was they need to bring NCAA basketball back. But Steph Curry was he was a little guy. He could shoot, and I just want to fast forward from that to here's the moment he had 2016. You go 73-9. You have the best season ever. Uh,
Kevin Love play?
not the Kevin Love play. You got to finish off that season. You have to
Are you talking
finish
about
off
the
that.
series as a whole?
Yeah, regardless, put blank faces in front of them against their opponents. You have to finish off that season. That season is for the taking. They do that. You're cemented as the greatest team ever. Uh, but yeah, but just seeing him do that, the way he played down the stretch of that series against the Cavs, yeah, LeBron and Kyrie played fucking some of the greatest basketball you're ever going to see.
Hmm.
But just watching him kind of just his asshole get microscopic size, like it was eye opening. I was like, damn, like this the moment was too big for him.
Yeah, and I
Too
think it's
much
funny.
pressure.
I think it's a little funny, like just because the way that that gets talked about compared to Braun in 2011 is like so drastically
Totally different.
different.
Totally different. Two
But the
different scenarios.
performances were very
No,
similar.
was not similar. Was not similar at all. No,
I mean, Brandon is like I don't
can't
know,
say that.
bro.
Braun was still tiptoeing. Braun was still D Wade. This you right? Show us how to. Instead of just Braun, you go. Steph was already the man. I'm two-time unanimous MVP, doing his
Hey,
Harlem Globetrotter shit.
Draymond was bailing his ass out in that game seven, though. He was deferring.
Yeah, that's
Draymond had like
unacceptable.
30 point triple double in the game seven, if I remember
That's
correctly.
unacceptable. And then coming off the year where your man's where Steph ain't even get to Finals MVP. The year
Hmm.
before he didn't even get to Finals MVP. What the fuck we doing?
Yep.
You supposed to get that. That's easy. Jason Tatum, you supposed to get that. That's yours.
Hmm.
Steph Curry has one Finals MVP, one,
Hmm.
and four championships. That's fucking insane. That's unacceptable. So I'm saying if if you that Steph is a top five point guard of all time, he's a top 10 basketball player of all time.
Yeah, he's probably
I'm not
top two point guard all time.
yeah. I'm gonna just say top five because you know some old head. Bob Cousy with you know what I mean. So I didn't want to get
Bob
into
Cousy
that.
is nasty. If you think Bob Cousy is better than Steph Curry,
There's
you
I'm telling you
nasty.
there's a white man in norms or Corky's that will fight you to the death.
They would have put Steph Curry back in the 50s and 60s, and they would have banned
Yeah,
him. They would have
yeah,
banned him from basketball. They would have
yeah,
banned him.
yeah. He would have been in the Salem witch trials. I understand, but yeah, but like that reminded me of you know like the beginning of Avatar where the cartoon, not the James Cameron movie, where it's like and when they needed him the most, he vanished.
Hmm.
That's kind of the what I get. That's kind of what sums up Steph Curry's clutch gene to me. When you need him the most, when you need him to do his Steph Curry globe trotter, go crazy, threes behind the back, no looks, it doesn't come because when the pressure is at its highest. And
Yeah,
that's kind of
he has the regular season moments for sure. Like I'll never forget when he had that 1-3 against OKC at the buzzer where he pulled up from like
oh my
40.
God, one of the greatest. Yeah, I was shooting
Yeah,
on that
that
little
was
Nerf hoop
oh
then.
my God.
Yeah.
That was one of the greatest shots I've ever seen. But yeah, like when you get to the playoffs,
Ain't no way in hell that's going in a
you don't
game that
have those
matters.
like you don't have those signature Steph moments in the playoffs.
None.
The best I can remember
Nope.
is the game six in Boston when they closed out that final series. I know he had an amazing
Don't even
performance.
remember. Couldn't even tell you. Not that
I think he
remember.
might have dropped 40 in that game if I remember. So like that was a hell of a
No,
performance. But
Boston
um
wasn't ready. That was more Boston being ready than Steph being the man. Boston wasn't ready.
I think it was a mixture of most and also Andrew Wiggins turning into
So yeah, Andrew
Scottie
Wiggins
Pippen.
was playing out of his mind that whole playoff run.
Or sorry, it was that game 4 against Boston when it was they were down 2-1 and then Steph dropped 43 on the road in Boston. That was a hell of a game.
Yeah, Jordan Poole was playing out of his mind.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jordan. That was more. Yeah, Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins was playing out their mind.
But yeah, that was definitely the best Steph's performance by far in the finals because he averaged
No
31,
pressure. No
5.
pressure. No pressure. These
Yeah.
young niggas ain't ready. Jordan Poole's playing out of his mind, hitting half court crossover shit. Andrew Wiggins is throwing
And he
niggas
was,
into the rim.
yeah, and he was watching Jason Tatum shit his pants in his first
Jason
final.
Tatum shit his
So,
pants. Jalen Brown's inconsistent. Al Horford is y'all third best player. Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Marcus
Ooh.
Smart,
Yeah, market. Ooh. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. So
a
it's yeah,
lot
yeah,
different.
there's no pressure. And that was a cakewalk. They handed them that championship. Yeah, because the Grizzlies, when they played the Grizzlies, didn't Ja get hurt? Ja was hurt or some shit. Yeah, Ja got
Because
hurt.
Ja had that one game against them, game 2, when he was going crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah, Ja
He had
got hurt.
47 in that game too. And I remember that one move he had on Jordan Poole. He ISO'd him on the right wing, hit him with some nasty, bro. Spun him all the way around, floater game. Yeah, nah, Ja was in his bag that series. They kind of got bailed out a little bit that he ended up missing the last. I don't know if it was, yeah, he missed the last 3 games of the series. He played games 1, 2, and 3, but he was averaging 38 through the first 3 games. He was giving them boys hell.
Buckets. Yeah. And another day we gotta talk about his career. Man, I saw his shoes in the mall today. Yeah, Ja, he's hopefully he can turn it around this year and be healthy because he's the one, man. But
Mhm. You
yeah,
trying to get
and
into
it,
the NFL shit in a second?
yeah. We won't get into that right now. But yeah, no, I was just gonna say, yeah, Steph Curry, the Warriors that last championship year, they got let off the hook because really Phoenix was a bad matchup for him. But Phoenix just shit the bed against Mavericks that game 7 where they lost by like 70. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I think Phoenix would have been the best matchup for them because it's just because they
Yeah.
matched up better at each position and style of play. They were the deep team, CP and Book, and
Yeah, that would have been
they're
that would
just
have been a good series. I wish we
yeah.
could have thought that better than the because Lucas Mavs weren't ready at that time.
No,
Just
it
they
was just Luca. Yeah,
yeah.
it was just Luca. And didn't Brunson get hurt
Yeah, no, I think they had Brunson, but I don't think he had a great series against the Warriors because I remember him in the first round when Luca
going
was hurt
cooking?
the first two
Yeah,
games.
got him paid.
Crazy, but
Yeah.
and even against Phoenix, I think he played well, but yeah, I don't think he did much against Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
He did okay. He averaged 18, but it wasn't like he's pretty
No,
efficient.
it was nothing memorable at
I
all.
just think they couldn't stop. I don't think they could defend Golden State was what it was. Golden State was getting whatever they wanted offensively.
That's 100% what it was. Yeah. You know it's bad. Yeah, when you're looking at a game, it's like, oh shit, every bucket the Warriors are getting is easy, and every bucket the Mavericks getting is hard. So
Yeah, and I
that's how
remember
it was.
Kevon Looney was hooping his ass off.
Yeah, no, he was looking like fucking Moses Malone. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, let's get into the NFL. I wanted to talk the Ayuk news. What did you want to get to first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Ayuk? Okay.
Hmm?
Yeah, so the San Francisco 49ers just look like they are come to some type of agreement with I'm hearing the Browns
With
and
Browns and
also
Patriots, right?
the New England Patriots. So it's just a matter of which one that Brandon Ayuk is willing to accept. I kind of understand the
Not
move.
great options either way for him. I'm not gonna lie.
You say not?
Yeah,
Uh,
not
they're
the
great.
best.
I think they're good options. I think both are good options. With I think it's better to go to the Browns than it would be for the Patriots because the Patriots is still kind of unknown at quarterback.
Hmm.
Um,
That's why I
you,
say that. Like they don't. Both their quarterbacks are, um, they're middle of the pack or lower quarterbacks.
I can't. You can't say that. Can't say
Deshaun
that.
Watson is in a top 15 quarterback.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
Why not? I can
You,
name 15 quarterbacks better than Deshaun Watson right
no, you
now.
can't. We're playing currently or like all time.
Right now,
You can't. No, there's
I
not
could.
15 quarterback. No, nope.
Kyler,
You don't go from the second or third best quarterback in 2021, 2020. When was the year they lost to Kansas
that's a
City?
that's a long time ago though.
4 years ago. You don't go from the third best, and he's not even 30. He's not even 30. Is he 30? He
That
might
was
be.
20. So that was 4 years ago that when he was playing at his peak level.
Yeah, yeah. No, no.
2019 is when they lost to Kansas City.
How old
But
is Deshaun Watson? Let me
he's
look up how old he is.
29, 29.
Deshaun Watson is not the 15th best quarterback, and he's much better.
I feel like he is. I don't know.
He was playing well last year.
The
He got into a
quarterback
rhythm
position,
last year and hurt his shoulder.
he was
That's Deshaun Watson.
okay.
Listen, bro, if you give Deshaun Watson a team with Amari Cooper on one side and Ayuk on the other, or in the slot right next to him, or in motion doing whatever the hell Ayuk does, Brandon Ayuk is just as good as Amon-Ra St. Brown.
So you would take Deshaun Watson over Trevor Lawrence.
I would take Deshaun Watson with Monsal Wright Brown, whatever his name is, and Amari Cooper over Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I would. 100%.
If they had, let's say they had the same team, let's just say everything
No,
was the
no,
same.
no. We can't say they had the same team because they don't have the same team.
Okay.
I'm talking about next year. Even with the same team, I still might take Deshaun. That shit was a few years
Yes,
ago.
yeah,
Niggas might have
I'm
forgot.
not
His
as
head might be clear.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not as sold on Deshaun as you are.
Now, Deshaun Watson, if Deshaun Watson was on the Patriots, uh, and then he had Amari Cooper and Brandon Ayuk, that's a different story. You looking at the league MVP if he was on the Patriots,
Mm-hmm.
because you know the owner like getting massages too. So he gonna show him how to do it the right way.
All right, man.
Nah, bro. But no, that I think that's because just because if you're on if it's gonna kind of be like how it is on the Niners, where if Ayuk's on the Browns, if I'm Ayuk, I want to go to the Browns. That's gonna be the best decision. You got a chance to win now with the Browns because you don't know who's better between him and Amari Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got two number ones damn near.
Yeah, I'm
So
not gonna
yeah,
lie. I'm going through the list of quarter, but yeah, Deshaun Watson's not top 15.
he's top 15, bro. I'm giving. He's gonna have a turnaround year this year. I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah,
What
but
what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
huh?
You got
No, no. What are
10.
you saying?
What 10 is better?
10? I can 10 is easy. Lamar, Josh Allen,
Yeah.
Burrow,
Yeah.
Dak, Jared
Okay.
Goff,
Uh-huh.
Jordan Love, CJ
Uh-huh.
Stroud, that's 7.
Okay.
Holmes, 8. Herbert, 9. Stafford, 10. That's already 10 right there.
Okay, but you said golf. Golf is not, I don't think golf better than Deshaun.
Deshaun been to a Super Bowl?
He ain't been to a Super Bowl. Dak been to a Super Bowl?
No, but Dak has
Since we
produced.
talking this Super Bowl shit.
Dak has
Since we
produced more.
talking this Super Bowl,
But Dak had a
since
Dak's
we
coming
talking
off.
this Super Bowl shit, there's a
I
lot of
know,
niggas
but
on that shit that ain't been to a
it's
Super
just the
Bowl.
eye test. Like Deshaun was in 2020. Hell yeah, Deshaun Watson was easily top 10. He was top 5 arguments. But we're like, oh, I'm going off the body work I've seen over the last 3 years. Plus the fact
It's
that
only been okay. He was out for one full year. He played 8 games one year, and then last year he got hurt.
I know, but in the games that he was playing, he didn't look that good. He was only throwing 185 yards a game, 7 to 4
He
and
started
touchdown.
to look good. He was hurt the whole year, got into a rhythm, tore his shoulder up.
Yeah, and I understand talent wise, he has the upside, but I'm based on production and what I've seen from him, I can't put him in the top 15. He has top 15 upside for sure, undoubtedly, but
We're gonna see this year.
I
I
gotta
got to
see
say
more.
that.
That's already 10, and I didn't even go through
Okay,
like
but
I didn't give
15
you
is crazy.
Tua, I didn't give you Aaron
No, hell
Rodgers,
no.
I didn't give
Absolutely
you
not. No. Tua is not better than no damn Deshaun Watson, bro.
Aaron Rodgers, I didn't give you Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy.
Okay, no. No. Can't let you do that. Can't let you put Tua or Brock Purdy above Deshaun Watson. Imagine Deshaun Watson on the 49ers.
Purdy is better than Tua.
Imagine Deshaun Watson in that system with Kyle Shannon on the 49ers. Are you crazy?
Did he even make it through the whole season?
Okay. All right, bro. All right. All right. I can't. I ain't got no answer for
I
that.
mean, I just got to
I ain't
see
got
it
no
with.
answer for
I
that.
don't think it's crazy to say that I got to see it with him again. Like it's been 4 years. If
You
he
got
do
to
it
say
again,
pause. You got to say pause when you say you got to see it with Deshaun Watson again.
I got to see it to believe it.
Okay.
Pause. I got to
Okay.
see it to believe it because he ain't shown me nothing in 4 years. So, you know what I'm saying? That's back when their 2021 Olympics was going on and shit, man. We living in a whole new time. Noah Lyles running shit now. Back then, Noah Lyles wasn't even shit back then. That's when Deshaun Watson was popping, bro. Come on now. We gotta
Man.
we gotta get with the times.
I'm rocking. I'm not. I understand, and I can definitely understand the. He gives you a lot of reasons to give up on him. I'm not gonna just let go of all my Deshaun Watson stock yet. This is my boom or bust year with Deshaun Watson.
Has to be.
This has got to be his boom or bust year. I think this is the year that they can also let go of his contract. So yeah, I don't know how this went from a Ayuk to a Deshaun Watson top 15 conversation.
I think it's just because the Browns were one of the teams that were coming up, but yeah, I mean it's kind of wild to see the
You
four.
think
I
that?
mean, honestly, what would you do if you were the Niners? Would you choose Debo or would you choose Ayuk, bro?
Well,
Honestly,
you
I
already
would choose.
paid Debo. You already paid Debo.
I
Debo's
know,
making
but
money.
like in hindsight, I would have probably paid Ayuk, but
Yeah.
obviously I can't go back and do that because I think not only is Ayuk a better receiver, I don't know if Debo's shelf life is going to be the same as Ayuk because the way he plays, the physical brand of football that he plays, I don't know how that's going to age as he
Well,
gets older.
well, the thing is, you got because you got McCaffrey too, so you got someone with Debo's skill set already.
Hmm.
So yeah, before they didn't have a McCaffrey. It was just they paid Debo before they had McCaffrey, if I'm
Hmm.
not mistaken, or like as soon as they got him, you know what I mean? And then
Hmm.
Ayuk, when they paid Debo, wasn't Ayuk. He was just a second year guy at Arizona State with a lot of promise. He can the way he chop his feet and get separation. It's that's what I'm saying. His game resembles a lot of Amon St. Rob Brown, but I think just because of the separation he's able to get in the intermediate level and the kind of the movement, how quick they are, the type of steps they take, they both around the same size, very explosive. Ayuk is faster, and Ayuk is more of a deep threat though.
Hmm.
So you see the type of hell that Amon Ra say Brown's causing. Amon Ra might be a better yards after catch guy. Might be a little bit tougher across the middle, more a little musclier. You know what I mean? But he's definitely a game changer, bro. He was their number one deep threat last year.
Yeah, I was hoping the Chargers would find a way to try to
I
find a
was
way to
hoping
get him
too.
in the
I was
mix with
hoping
him
too.
because that would be
I was
that
praying.
would solve a lot of issues with the team, and it would make me feel a lot better about the team going into the season because you don't have to worry about Quentin Johnson playing the X receiver no more. You got an all-pro caliber level receiver on the outside, and then you just let Lad over there cooking the slot, and then there you go. You got two guys that are actually viable weapons.
Yeah.
And then you go in and you throw in Palmer and Chark and whatnot. So you got some actual guys. That kind of puts everybody into a better role. Whereas like now you kind of obviously you don't really have an alpha in the receiving room right now. So but I guess that's not really the Harbaugh philosophy. So but anyways, yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he goes and what kind of contract he gets. Because I think he's a damn good player, and I don't think it's just because of the system that he's in. I think if you watch him and you see the routes that he runs and the separation he's able to get, especially like over the intermediate, in his like that 15, 20 yard range when he's running those in routes, off play action and whatnot. Um, yeah, I mean, he's just a dynamic talent. So it's interesting to see like, the 49ers gave they're kind of in that Super Bowl or bust year, and they're gonna, just get rid of arguably their number one receiving guy on the outside and attempt to replace him with Ricky Pearsall, I guess. I mean, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I mean, I would obviously I don't know what the situation is in terms of his willingness to be able to play, but I would just more so like ride it out for the season because what value are you realistically going to get for him? Maybe a second or third round pick. Is that more valuable than having a guy that puts you in a far better position to win a Super Bowl now when you're trying to win a Super Bowl now? This is probably the window that you have was last year and this year to get a Super Bowl, before you have to pay a Brock Purdy, before McCaffrey's contract kicks in more fully, before guys like Trent Williams and other guys are starting to age. So I don't know. It's interesting to see what they do. Um, Tough decision though. I wouldn't want to be the one that has to make that decision.
Yeah, it is tough, man. I think you definitely you got to try to get a first for him. I think you got to try to get a first for him, and I think he's worth the first round pick. Um, if getting a first for him, of course, best case scenario would be from the Patriots. If you're
Yeah.
the Niners, yeah, but
Mhm.
it's seeming like they gave him the option to do it. But yeah, I don't. I think if you're the Niners, if you're not getting a first, you might as well just keep him. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Just because, like you said, they're in a window where it's kind of Super Bowl or bust, and he adds so much explosion and dependability to Brock Purdy. You don't trust Brock Purdy to just pull a prime Tom Brady and make it happen with me and you on the outside. You know what I mean? Like you still got to surround him. He's a good quarterback, but you still got to surround him with the elite weapons. You know what I mean? Like it's been working. So why? I don't think we're at the point of Brock Purdy to start taking away training wheels and just saying you run the show. Like you know what I mean? So it's they're in a tough position, man. But I don't think he hasn't held out of camp.
I think he
So
had. I don't think he's been practicing because I've been seeing like little clips and stuff, and he's kind of on the field, but he's not in pads or anything. He's not suited up. He's kind of
but he's
just
there.
walking around, and yeah, he's there, but he's not participating. If my knowledge is correct, I haven't seen him all anything I've seen of him on like social media or anything. He's been in street clothes, just kind of walking around and been there, but not practicing.
If you're Brandon Ayuk, would you be so? It's tough because you're gonna get paid next year by anyone anywhere you go to. So it's like you got a real chance, a legit chance at a Super Bowl with the Niners. So if you're in his corner, are they you prioritizing the money right now, or you're like, okay, win the Super Bowl now,
Oh, if
but
I'm
get
in his corner, it's always the money. Fuck the Super Bowl. If I'm his agent or anything, it's the money first, bro. Especially like when you're young and this is gonna be his first time to get paid
well
off his rookie
deserved
deal.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, first contract off the rookie deal, you're taking the money 100 times out of 10. Like it's a no-brainer. Um,
yeah,
yeah, like the Super Bowl's cool and whatnot, but give me the bag.
yeah. No, 100%. So yeah, I think definitely if I'm him, if that's the case, the biggest win-win is going to the Browns because they look like they're in win now mode. They're quarterbacks on the last year of his deal where they can move off of him. You got Amari Cooper there, you got Miles Garrett there, you got Denzel Ward, you got Njoku, you got solid defense, solid offensive line.
Nick
Uh,
Chubb,
you got Nick Chubb coming back off injury, but him and then you got Jerome Ford who showed to be more than capable last year. So you got a damn good offense, and you got Deshaun Watson, who might be better than Brock Purdy. So it's like, all right, man. Like I feel like that's a if the Niners are giving him the choice, and that's where he's gonna. We'll probably get the report in the next couple of days that Ayuk's a Brown, which is kind of shit for us, man, being Chargers fans. Um, at the end of last year, at the way shit was shaping out, I was like, okay, I was looking at Ayuk being a Charger fan, like a guy coming to the Chargers. And then I was also looking at like, damn, what if we were able to get T. Higgins?
hmm
So those were two guys who were in the last year in the deal, kind of going through the same thing. T. Higgins looked like he's willing to give it one last hoorah with the Bengals. You're not really hearing too much coming out of his corner. He seemed to take the okay, I'm gonna be all in with you guys this year. We're gonna win a championship. If not, I'm getting paid regardless. Mode, you know what I mean?
hmm
So yeah, but those teams are in two different positions just because the Bengals they haven't paid Chase yet, whereas the Niners have already paid the counterpart receiver Debo.
Yeah. I think, yeah, we'll see what happens, but I think, yeah, I agree with you that the Browns are probably the better spot for him. But yeah, I think it's a good time to transition. Like we're gonna go through I pulled up the win totals, so we're gonna do a little quick kind of try to rapid fire some of these because I don't want to give too in-depth analysis on some of these teams. But we'll go through each one. They got Vegas's win totals pulled up right here. So we'll do a quick tally on who we think is going to be over under for their respective win totals. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a note sheet real quick and keep tabs on what we pick, and we'll see how that ages throughout the whole
Yeah.
season. Yeah, let me get this pulled up real quick. Okay. All right. So first we gonna go with it's gonna be the Arizona Cardinals. You got Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr. Um, who's their coach? The Eagles defense. I forget his name. He's the defensive coordinator from the Eagles. I don't remember his name, but
Yeah.
they got their win total at over under 6.5. Last year they went 4-13. Back to
Over.
back seasons of 4-13. You got them over?
Absolutely. Yeah. Over. Easy. They can win seven. Got Kyler Murray.
Yeah, if he's healthy the whole season, I feel like 7 is a good number. But they're also in a pretty tough division, and I kind of see them as still the last place team in that division.
Seahawks, Rams,
49ers.
Cardinals, Niners. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go under because I think 6 is where they're gonna be. I think they'll be a little bit better, but I don't see them. I don't know. I don't look at their. I don't even know who's on their roster really, but outside of James Conner, old ass who somehow produces still every
Marvin
year.
Harrison,
Marvin Harrison, Kyler
Buda
Murray,
Baker,
Buda Baker. Yeah.
McBride's tight end's a baller. Top five tight end in the league.
Yeah, McBride, he's solid. But yeah, defensively, I don't know what the hell they have.
Yeah.
I
No, no. Yeah.
think they have a lot
That's
of
it.
talent there.
Yeah.
So okay, all right, simple enough. All right, Atlanta Falcons. Obviously Kirk Cousins coming in, got the big payday. He's gonna bring that white boy swag to Atlanta. Um,
Under.
Kind of a high total. It's interesting. They got him at over under 9.5. So they got him.
Under. Easy.
So they,
Easy.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. The 9.5 is kind of throwing me off a little bit because, I think Kirk's gonna help, but like not
I
10
think that takes
wins
into a
is.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying 10 wins seems like a lot for them. I kind of saw them as around floating around 500. I mean, I could maybe see them squeaking 10-7, but
It's what's taken into account there is their division.
their
So you,
division is, yeah, their division's not good, but then I don't think they're good either to the point where I see them.
they won seven last year.
They did with Desmond Ritter starting. But yeah, I mean, Kirk is coming off the Achilles, so ultimately you don't know how good he's gonna look.
Yeah.
Obviously he's not a mobile guy to where he needs his mobility and whatnot, but I mean, obviously Achilles is probably the most significant injury that you can have as any athlete. I think, unless you blow your whole knee, like your ACL, your MCL, your patella, all those joints in there, that's probably the only counterpart that can rival an Achilles injury in terms of your lower leg. Um,
Achilles is the
so I
worst, bro. That's
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
worst fear.
Achilles is awful. So I don't know. It seems a little high. So yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna go under on that. So we're gonna be in agreement on that. I see them as like an 8 or 9 win team, which I think they'll be pretty good, but 10 just feels like a stretch for me. All right, so next we're gonna go Baltimore Ravens. They got them at over under 11.5. Obviously, Lamar MVP coming off an MVP season, adding Derrick Henry. Um, I'm gonna go over. I think that they're 12, pretty comfortably a 12 win team.
Yeah.
Obviously, the division is gonna be really tough, so I could see them maybe being 11 because the division is probably gonna beat up on each other throughout the season because all four of those teams are gonna be competitive. But I just think that their defense is still going to be really good. Lamar is Lamar. As long as he stays healthy, I don't see any reason to go against them winning 12 games because they seem like a pretty much a lock when Lamar's healthy to win 70% of their games.
Yeah. I got them as a over too, just because they got Lamar, um, two-time MVP, and who's in a way becoming this era's Peyton Manning
Mm,
to Patrick Mahomes' Tom Brady.
mm. At first, they were trying to say Joe Burrow, but it's not looking that way right now.
No, it's Lamar. It's
Mm.
Lamar. He's got two MVPs. That's what Peyton Manning would do, get two MVPs without a Super Bowl. Uh, and then, but no, he'll figure it out. He's going to get a Super Bowl. It's not it.
Where do you rank Lamar as a passer in the league? Take out the running aspect of it. Where do you think he's a top 10 passer?
Yeah, easily. What? Yeah,
I think
100%.
so too, because I was
Yeah.
having this debate with somebody and they like the top 100 list came out, and he said this friend, I'm not going to name his name, I don't want to air him out. He said Lamar might be the worst passer on the list, and this is names like Tua, Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
uh, Dak, Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Obviously, like
No.
I don't know. I think
Th-
Lamar has shown that he's a very capable passer at this point in his career.
does this same friend think that black people are allowed to drink at the same water fountain as him?
This friend is black, so
Oh,
yes,
so he's just an idiot. Yeah, no, yeah. Lamar, if you don't throw
not a race thing. No.
the first MVP, I think what Lamar throw like 36, 38 touchdowns. You don't throw 36 touchdowns in the National Football League without being able to pass. I've never seen Lamar Jackson throw a pass that didn't hit somebody right between the numbers, even when he's under pressure. Yeah, you'll see it. Whoa, you'll
Oh,
see
sorry.
when he's on the run doing wild shit. You'll see him float a couple balls up, but I've never seen him have time 9 times out of 10 not put it right on the money. You know what I mean? Even in college, look at the Heisman highlights. He's handing the you can't hand the ball better to people than Lamar Jackson does 9 times out of 10. So yeah, no,
Okay.
that's a lazy take. Saying Lamar Jackson isn't a good passer is a lazy take. You're not
Yeah, I
watching.
think he thinks he's a good passer, but he just said compared to all the other, top 10-ish guys, top 15 guys, he kind of saw him at the bottom of that tier. But I think that is because he cites the statistics and whatnot and says, he's not throwing for as many yards. And I think that's a disingenuous argument because if he wanted to throw for more yards, he could, but their offense is predicated on him being able to
Exactly.
run the ball and their running backs being able to run the ball. That's their system. That's what they do the best. So why would they go away from that just so Lamar can have better passing stats? That doesn't. So, I mean, obviously, if he wanted to throw for 4,000 plus yards, I think he's more than capable of doing that. But, yeah,
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah. He's got two MVPs.
yeah. Sorry. So we're gonna go to the next team. Buffalo Bills. Obviously, no Stephon Diggs. Lost some other guys: Gabe Davis, Jordan Poyer, Tre'Davious White. So some significant changes over there. They got them at over under 10.5. And I think this one's an interesting one because there's a lot of question marks around the Bills going into the season. A lot of people have varying opinions. So yeah, where do you have them at? Do you have them at over 10.5, under 10.5? What are you
Under.
thinking about
I got him at
here?
right at 10 wins just because I see that division being better with the Jets being better. And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I think I agree with you. I had them at as a 10-win team because I think, yeah, the Jets are going to be solid, and then obviously Miami is still going to be competitive. They'll be pretty good. And then yeah, I think they took a little bit of a step back, both no Diggs, no Davis. So that's a lot of targets that you're going to have to replace, and you're putting a lot of pressure on what's the rookie's name? Keon Coleman. He's going to have to come in and do a lot for them, and we'll see if he's able to do that. And then you're gonna have to have a guy like a Khalil Shakir take a big leap. Um, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, but I have them at 10 too. So we're gonna be in agreement on that as well. So I
yeah,
think we've
they
agreed on everything so far except Arizona.
yeah,
Uh,
the Bills are at their best, damn near running the wing T.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So next is gonna be Carolina coming off an awful season, new coach, second year of Bryce Young.
Can I
Um,
guess they're over under?
yeah,
4 wins.
yeah, you're right there. 4.5.
4.5. Yeah.
So low. I'm gonna go over on them. I don't know why. I think 4.5 is just so low that I think they can squeeze 5. I obviously they picked up Deontay Johnson in the offseason, so I think that'll help. But they added some offensive line because I know their offensive line was atrocious last year. But they do have the lowest win total among all teams again this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna give them 5, bro. I think they can get 5.
I got them going under just because they didn't have a first round pick this year. They're gonna get a top three pick next year. Got them probably around 4 wins, probably right at 4. Uh, but it
Yeah,
won't be
pretty
because of
close.
Bryce Young. It's just gonna be because the team is ass again.
Mhm.
I still I'm not I still like Bryce Young. I liked him in college. Uh, couldn't do shit with that team last year. He's running for his life. There's no one to throw to except for Adam Thielen. So yeah, 4 wins. Got him under.
Hey, but to all y'all watching, Deontay Johnson fantasy pick. That's gonna be a good pick if
Oh
you can
yeah,
get
a
it
lot
in
of
the later
touches.
rounds because
Lot of
a lot
touches.
of touches, and we saw what Adam Thielen did in the offense, and Deontay Johnson is a lot better right
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
absolutely. 100%.
Little free fantasy tip for y'all. If you can get him in as your wide receiver four or something like that, that's a steal. Even I would take him as a wide receiver three. But anyways, next team. This is an interesting one because I think a lot of people are gonna have a lot of different opinions. The Chicago Bears, the Caleb
Mm.
Williams era is underway. A lot of excitement, a lot of, mixed feelings from different fan bases about Caleb Williams and what he'll be as a pro. Obviously, he's a polarizing player already. They got him at over under 8.5. So do you see them as a 9-win team, 10-win team?
I got them going over. That nigga Caleb Williams is the truth. I already told you on the last podcast. His floor this year is Trevor Lawrence.
Already? Like
His,
like Trevor Lawrence last year or
right
Trevor
now,
Lawrence this
whatever
year?
Trevor Lawrence is right now is his floor. So
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, this dude is going to yeah. You
I don't
see,
think that's crazy to say because Trevor Lawrence isn't some elite quarterback or nothing. He's probably just outside the top 10 right now. So I don't think that's yeah, I think Caleb's gonna immediately come in and be a top 7-15 guy-ish because I think his talent and then the weapons around him will ease his transition. Obviously, the line's going to be a question whether they can hold up for him because we've seen what they did for, Justin Fields when he was playing the position there. Obviously, he was running for his life, but a lot of that also was his own doing because he holds onto the football like he
yeah.
has 20 seconds in the pocket when usually you don't.
Yeah,
But
Caleb is rare, man. Where
mhm,
you don't this is the closest thing to Mahomes, but he's more mobile.
yeah,
He's more mobile.
I don't
So
know. I'm really torn on this one because I love
over.
Caleb as
They
I
won
like
seven.
Caleb. I like Caleb as a prospect a lot, and they added Roma Dunze, they added Keenan Allen, but I don't know.
Montez Sweat.
It's the Bears. Like it's just the idea of the Bears, and I don't know. Like I'm torn. Like just because obviously it's the Bears. Like what else can I say? You know what I mean? Like it's the Bears. I don't know. I've said that 5 times, but
But
it is the
bro, but you
Bears.
got to understand they've never had a quarterback this good.
Yeah,
They've never had a
yeah,
quarterback this good. And it's not like the Bears are some you're talking about the Bears like they're the Charlotte Bobcats. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
And
they're not that's
they
not
do. They have a good division.
they have a good defense. They got good culture. And with this guy, yeah, it's gonna work. There's no way this doesn't work. There's literally no way it doesn't work. You got added weapons. You got a good tight end. You got two good receivers. Got good running backs. I don't understand. You won 7 games last year with the guy, like you said, who holds on to the ball too much. Yeah, there's literally no way that they, unless he gets hurt, that's about the only way.
I'm so on the fence with this one, but I'm gonna go over because shout out to Keenan Allen, man. I gotta support my guy.
Yeah,
That's all it is for me.
easy
I'm
over.
50-50 on that. I could completely see them being like a 7-8 win team because um, maybe the transition is not as smooth and I have coaching questions about Matt Eberflus. I'm not sure how he is as a head coach yet. Um, but I'm gonna give them the over because I'm gonna support my guy Keenan Allen. I think Caleb is the truth. I agree with you on that. Um, all right, so the next team is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. Um, getting back a healthy Joe Burrow obviously is their big addition. But they're gonna have to get out to a hotter start because I feel like every year they start the year like 0-2, 0-3, and they digging themselves out of a hole. Um, but Vegas has them at 10.5,
Uh,
which is yeah, this one's a tough one also.
yeah, under. I'm gonna say under. Say under. Ooh, this one's tough. This
Yeah,
one's
'cause
really
I
tough.
see them at I kind of had them at like a 10 or 11.
Yeah, because they could easily get 11. Uh, should
I'm
be
gonna go
11, man.
over. I'm gonna go
I should
over
be. I'm
because
about to say it should be 11. Should be 11.
I'm gonna go over, yeah, because I think healthy Joe Burrow, I think he's gonna have a bounce back season. I think he's gonna show the world why he's a top five guy, reestablish himself
Yeah.
because a lot of people were throwing questions about him and saying what has he done to belong in the elite tier, and I think he's gonna show those people that he's one of them guys. And
I think
obviously,
so. Yeah, I think they're gonna make a real point of emphasis to get off to a hot start this year, because now it's the stigma behind them that they get off to slow starts. So I think
mm-hmm.
they're gonna come real locked in. Right now, you're not hearing nothing out of Cincinnati. You're not
Hmm.
hearing nothing about it. T. Higgins, you're not hearing nothing about it. Only
Only
thing
thing
you
you're
see,
hearing is that he dyed his hair.
exactly. I was just about to say that. You just hearing hair dye. So they
Hmm.
they locked in. There's no distractions over there. I think they'll come in real prepared. If they go 4-2, they're winning 11 games. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm with that. And they could even win the division. They
Yeah,
could
they
win
could.
that division.
I could see them. I could see them
Yeah.
doing it. I think, yeah.
Let me see. I have a feeling that they play the Ravens on the last week of the season. I don't know. I haven't looked at nothing, but if it
It's
might
always a
come.
divisional game in week 18, so you got a 33% chance of being right.
Yeah. So I'm saying, what are the Bengals? Last game of the season, they play the Steelers. Ooh.
So then
Yeah, yeah.
the Ravens will
And the
play the
Steelers are
Browns.
probably yeah, and the Steelers gonna be playing for playoffs too,
Yeah,
probably that last game. So yeah. I could see over. I could see them at
I
over.
have over.
You tallying this, right?
Yeah, I'm tallying it.
Okay.
So next team, we've already talked about them a little bit. If you don't go over on this, then I'm everything you said is gonna mean nothing to me. We got
Browns, yeah.
Cleveland Browns, yeah, 8.5. So you better have them as a damn 9-win team after all that Deshaun Watson hype you've
Damn.
given me.
That shit is tough. That's a tough division.
Oh man, I know you're not thinking about this after all that.
That's a
And you
tough
can't even
fucking
give them
division.
9. They just made the playoff. They won 10 and
That's a tough
11. What
division.
they win last year? I think they won 11 and they had Joe Flacco. Come on now.
That's a tough division.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it
go
was a
over.
tough division. It
I'm
was
gonna
a
put
tough
money.
division last year.
I'm gonna put money where the mouth is.
They had
Pause.
11 last year. You don't think they can get 9? That's two worse.
Listen, bro. Last year was yeah, but the Steelers was ass last year. Steelers were ass.
Steelers weren't. It was more so the Bengals. I feel like Steelers. I think the Steelers didn't they make the playoffs
They
too?
made the playoffs, but the Browns blew them out. I think
No, they didn't.
towards the
No,
end
they
of the
played.
year.
They played the Bills in the playoffs. The Steelers did because the Browns lost to C.J. Stroud.
No, the Browns blew them out towards the end of the year, like two
Oh,
two
oh, oh,
weeks in a
oh.
row type shit. Yeah, yeah. But yeah. Okay, I got over. Who else is in that division? Browns,
Browns,
Ravens,
Ravens,
Bengals.
Steelers, Bengals.
Browns, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals. Ooh.
They got
Mm,
11 last year though, so
got to be more careful.
9.
Damn. Yeah, I got to, man. I can't. Yeah, like you said, I can't say all that shit about
Uh,
Deshaun Watson.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
if he
can't.
don't,
So
then they go be.
I'm gonna stand on 10 toes with Deshaun Watson too, and I'm gonna go under. Um, because I think somebody has to be the bottom, the worst team in the division, and I just can't
Four
go.
teams can make the playoffs.
They can, but I think it's tough. I don't remember the last time every team from the division. I don't think that's ever happened where every team from the division made the playoffs. And I
AFC
think
West.
I don't think every team's made it before. I know you've gotten 3 teams in, but I can't remember a time where all 4 because that would mean all three other teams that didn't win the division made were the only 3 wild card spots. Because I know there's only 3 wild card spots total. So I can't remember that ever happening. I don't think that ever has happened. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think that they're going to be the team that ends up being the worst team, and seems like Vegas is kind of insinuating that too because they went from a team that won 11 games to Vegas having their total 8.5, and it's not like they've gotten worse or lost anybody in the offseason. So obviously Vegas is sensing something is off with them in terms of from last year to this year. So I'm gonna go with Vegas because Vegas isn't wrong, man. Vegas knows what they're doing.
All right, next team.
All right, back. We gonna go with your I don't know where this ranks. Your third favorite team, your fourth favorite team, Dallas Cowboys.
Second favorite.
Second favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta make sure. Um, 12-5 each of the last 3 years. But Vegas got them at 10.5 this year.
I'm gonna go with under. And this is hopeful, just because
Wow.
I'm sick of the Dak Prescott era, man. I'm sick of it. So hopefully this
Wow.
is enough to get him out of there. They get a bad matchup, have to play 49ers in the first round, get smacked up, and then Dak's out of there. Then we can start the Trey Lance era.
Trey Lance era.
Yeah.
You think he might be the answer?
I mean, what's the worst he can do? Get blown out by 30 at home, first round playoffs?
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, he might not make the playoffs at all.
Right? That might be even better. But yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done.
Okay.
I'd still
So
get
it's
him in
more so
fantasy.
you're more so taking the under because you want it to be the under rather than what.
No, it's I hope it's yeah, that too, but it's like, dude, like they've been getting gifted these 12 win seasons and haven't been doing anything with it. Like you can't just keep winning 12 wins in a row with
Yeah.
this much chaos and bullshit around circling around. It's an anomaly. It's that they've won 12 games, 12 games, 3 years in a row.
Mhm.
So it really doesn't make any sense. They're the only team who's won 12 games 3 years in a row and not made it to a Super Bowl. So it's like, yeah, it's yeah, I'm done. Yeah, go
So
that. Yeah.
I'm gonna give them 11 just because I think that their division is awful, so that's a free 4 wins right there.
I don't know, man.
The Giants, I
It's
don't think the
better.
Giants or Commanders are good enough to beat them. Maybe they might get an upset, but um, I think that they're good. I think that Dallas is still talent wise. They have a lot more than both of those teams still. So I think that's 4 right there, and I think they'll be able to find 7 somewhere across the rest of their schedule. So I'm gonna give them 11. I think that obviously I don't see them as a contender, just because they haven't shown me anything to give any belief in them come playoff time, but I think that they're fine for the regular season. They'll be able to win games. So I'm gonna give them 11. I'm gonna give
11.
them a yeah. So next up, um you got the Denver Broncos. You got the Bo Nix era with Sean Payton. It's interesting shit going on over there in Denver. I don't really know what the plan is, but they
Yeah.
got them at 5.5, so very low.
Easily
Where do
over.
you see them over?
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think I got them at 6. I think they can get 6 because I think defensively they're still good. And I think at home they're tough, and I think they'll be able to win 4 or 5 games at home, and then find a way to squeeze out 2 or so on the
Yeah.
road.
Easy over.
Especially
They're
because
gonna
the
be
Raiders
tough.
are good.
Yeah. They're gonna be very disciplined on offense and defense this year. I think their defense is gonna be a lot better. The defense started to play well towards the end of the year.
Hmm.
Uh they almost were making a run at the playoffs, but then they just kind of fell apart a little bit at the end of the season just because
Yeah.
they dug themselves such a huge hole.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think 6 is pretty reasonable for them.
yeah. I think Bo Nix is going to be a good, solid Sean Payton Denver Broncos quarterback.
Hmm. All right, next up is team that broke out last year, had one of their best seasons in franchise history, the Detroit Lions, coming off the 12 win season and almost a Super Bowl appearance, came up just short in that championship game against the Niners. Vegas has them taking a little step back though. They got them at 10.5.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Over.
Okay, you still messing fucking with the Dan Campbell juice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In the
That
Kool-Aid, in the Jared Goff,
absolutely.
but not. I like them. Yeah. It's tough. This one's a tough one for me because um they won 12, but I feel like some of those games though they could have went either way.
Charger
And
game. Yeah.
yeah, and there was some other games in there that they kind of squeaked out. And so I don't know if you get that same late game luck because um year to year, like those one possession games, like the records, they swing. There's such a variance in those games from year to year. I know you could be 7-1 in a one possession games one year, and then the next year you can go 3-6. Like that's how the NFL works.
Yeah,
So
but you're
for
not
that,
look. Go ahead.
I was saying just for that reason alone, and then also, um, I think that the division has gotten better. I think Packers are a solid team. Obviously, the Bears are emerging. We both took their over, so they're going to be more competitive this season. And who's the other team? Who else is in there? Oh, the
Packers.
Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings aren't going to be shit. But yeah, just for that, I have them at 10. I think they'll still be a playoff team. I think they probably still win the division. Maybe. Yeah, I think they probably still do. But I think that they're going to be a 10 win team this year. I think that they'll take a little bit step back because I think the defense still has a lot of questions, and I don't think that they're going to have the same late game magic that they had this season. So I'm going to go under.
Yeah. And then you going under, I'm going over. Just because like I get what you're saying with the whole late game. I mean, one possession swing from year to year. A good example of that would be when the Vikings,
Vikings, yep.
yeah, that just the year before when they won all those lucky ass games, the Justin Jefferson one hand catch and shit. And then look at last year, even before Kirk Cousins was hurt, I don't think they were above 500, and they might have been like 6-5 or something like that. Like the luck wasn't in their favor. You saw them lose a game early in the year to the Chargers and shit like that. But I think the difference between the Lions and that team, there's a little bit more substance, especially when you're looking at the quarterback for the Lions, Jared Goff. He's been to a Super Bowl, turned this franchise around, and then you got Dan Campbell. So you look at the
Yeah,
coach and the quarterback, there's more substance alone in the Lions than there was in a team like the Vikings.
yeah. I can see it either way with them on, and I think also they're gonna have to play a tougher schedule this year because they were first place team. Obviously the year before they were I mean, I know they didn't win the division, so your schedule gets a little bit tougher when you have to play that first place schedule too. All right, so next up is another team in their own division. Is going to be the Green Bay Packers. Obviously, they had that great second half run. Jordan Love, closed the year strong and then got rewarded for it with a massive payday. Um, so yeah, Vegas has them at over under 9.5. So they got them close to a 10-win team. Obviously, they had 9 wins last year, so they got them a little bit ahead of that this year.
Easy over,
You
easy
got them
over,
over.
easily. Yeah, easy over.
So you got that whole division going over. You got Chicago going over, Detroit going over, Green Bay. So you like that division.
I like that division. I do. I think that might be the best division in football.
I think still the AFC with the Ravens division probably still has the edge on them. Um,
It's the best division in the NFC. Yeah, best division in the NFC.
maybe the West, maybe,
The
but
Bears are better than the Seahawks.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
probably. Um, yeah, this one's tough too because I don't know. 10, I like the Packers. I like Jordan Love. I think he's good. Um, I think they snuck up on a lot of teams this past season because a lot of people didn't expect much from them. So I think they took a lot of teams by surprise. I don't think that's going to happen this year. I don't think Jordan Love's taking anybody by surprise anymore this year. People are going to be more aware of what he's got going on, obviously with the payday and stuff. Um,
I got them uh doing a year two Aaron Rodgers.
mm,
I got them see that team winning. I wouldn't be surprised if they won 13 games next
mm,
year. And
mm.
was looking at one seed, 1 or 2 seed in the NFC. I would not be surprised at all. That's how high I am on Jordan Love. That's how high I am on that coach. And I can. This is very similar to Aaron Rodgers. Did his thing in the playoffs. Had to his first year in the playoffs. Had to shoot out with the Cardinals. Just lost second year. Win the bowl. Or that had that after I had that 15 in 1 year. So I can see yeah, I see them. Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if they were 1 or 2 seed in the NFC. I got them winning the division.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go over two. I think I see them as a 10-win team. I think I like what they got going on, what they're building there.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot of young receivers that flashed a lot last year, and I think Jordan Love's ready to take another step this year in year two as a starter. So I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna be with you on that one. Next up, we're gonna go another team that had a guy in his first season that had an amazing first year as a starter. Even though he's a rookie, you got the Houston Texans. This one's pretty obvious for me. I feel confident in this one. They're at 9.5. I'm gonna go confident over. Um, Obviously, I'm showing love to Rancho, CJ Stroud. Shout out to you, Rancho guy. Had to me the best rookie season from a quarterback that we've seen all time. When you factor in turning a team that was the second worst team in the league last year um, to a division winning team, win a playoff game. obviously have the numbers. The eye test matched it. I mean, some of the throws he made last year were, flat out special. His ability, the thing that stood out to me the most though was his poise, um, and his ability that, even from week one, he didn't look flustered. He didn't look overwhelmed playing the quarterback position. He looked comfortable, and confident and knew what he was doing. And I think he flashed his ability to extend plays and make plays outside the pocket that he didn't necessarily flash as much at Ohio State. And I think that part of his game really stood out to me and really made me feel confident in him being a guy that's going to be a top five guy moving forward. So just off those facts alone, I think that they're going to be a team that will be a 10-win team pretty confidently, if not more.
I got them going under. I'm proud to be Rancho with CJ Stroud. Like I
Not
said,
proud enough, bro.
no, I'm extremely proud. Yeah,
I'm
there's never been a rookie who had that much command of an offense, who a team was willing to let a rookie air it out like that. We've never even seen that. But you could look at Cam Newton, you could look at all the great rookies. No one's ever been able to air it out that much since Patrick Mahomes,
Herbert.
quote unquote rookie year. Well, his shit was like because they had to. Like Texas ain't have to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like that was like they ran a damn air raid offense with him. Like they was throwing the ball 30, 40 times a game with a
Hmm.
rookie quarterback. Yeah. No, that's never and but competitive. Herbert was doing it, but it wasn't leading to wins like
Hmm.
that. So yeah, you can't take away from the greatest uh rookie performance in NFL history, rookie season NFL history at the quarterback position. But it's there. And something was telling me to go under on them just as soon as you mentioned them. So what I was looking down, I was looking at their schedule. They got a pretty damn tough schedule, bro. They got probably one of the hardest schedules in the league. I saw the Cowboys, I saw the Ravens, I saw the Jets. So it's yeah. And their division, I got in their division, I got the Colts being a hell of a lot better. I got it being hard to go into Tennessee and win. Jacksonville. I'm looking, they could split with every team in their division. There's nobody in their division that I look at and say, that's easy 2 wins. Tennessee, maybe, but Will Levis, he's got Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins. And Tennessee is going to be, they've never been a pushover team. You know what I mean? When it comes to physicality. So it's, yeah, it's asking a lot for them to win 10. I can see them winning 9. You can maybe get into the playoffs with 9.
Hmm.
But yeah, I got under.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Um, but yeah, I think I'm a believer in what they got going on in this. I'm gonna write it out. Next up, another division team with the Texans, Indy. Um, Obviously Anthony Richardson had his season cut short, but he
Straight
showed
up.
flashes.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he can do in year two with Jonathan Taylor besides him. That should be a dynamic running attack. Um, Obviously, I think Shane Steichen showed he's a pretty good coach. So yeah, they have a lot of talent on that roster. Vegas has them at 8.5. So where do you see them? Do you see them as a 9-win team? Obviously, you were just saying you'd see them being a lot better.
I see them still going under. Yeah. I can see them around 7 or even 8. Yeah. I
I
don't
think
got
they were
them
at 8
making the
last year, weren't
playoffs.
they?
No. Oh yeah, they were. But this is it's tough because it's Anthony Richardson's rookie year pretty much
Oh no,
still.
last year they won 9.
Yeah. Yeah. It's this is pretty much Anthony Richardson's rookie year still. So
Hmm.
that's where I'm kind of it came down to the last game of the year, I think, for them
Yeah, yeah,
against
against Houston, yeah,
yeah,
and then
against Houston.
CJ Stroud had a hell of a performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I'm gonna go under as well. I think Um, I just think yeah, so there's a lot of talent in that division, and then yeah, obviously Anthony Richardson showed flashes, but I think I just got to see a little more for me to believe in him in terms of being a guy that's going to lead them to an over 500 record. But I definitely could see them being a team that wins 9 or 10 games and sneaking into the playoffs. I think they have a lot of talent, and I think they're going to be well coached. So this one might be one that I'm not confident in this one, but I'm going to go under as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I don't think uh Vincent's quite ready for them to be good yet.
Mm. All right, next up, We got the Jags, another divisional team. They also have them at 8.5. They had a down year last year. There was a lot of hype on them after their divisional title, and then the playoff win where they had the crazy comeback over the Chargers. But that was more so just an indictment on how bad the Chargers were than anything the Jags did, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But they got them, and then obviously they had the down year last year. There was a lot of hype, and then they didn't live up to the expectations at all. So no, they got them, but they still had a 9-8 record. Vegas has them at 8.5 again this year.
I think last year they started off 8-3, and then they had to fucking
Yeah,
just shit the
yeah,
bed toward the end of the year. Uh, what is it? You said eight, 8.5?
8.5. Yep.
Yeah, got them going over. Yeah. Ooh. Hmm. This one's tough. This one's tough just because of the inconsistency in heroics from Trevor Lawrence.
You don't
You
know
see,
which Trevor Lawrence you're getting.
no, and you haven't seen Chargers Trevor Lawrence since that game. Didn't see him at all last year. Didn't see him at all last year. Uh, I'll go over. I'll go over. I can see him winning 9, maybe coming down. Same deal last year, just missing out or just making it into the playoffs.
Yeah, this one's tough for me too. I think I'm on the fence as well. I think I'm gonna go under. I think they've won 9 the last 2 years. And I think they're kind of teetering with Doug Peterson now. I don't know. I think that he might not be the guy for Trevor Lawrence. And obviously they lost Calvin Ridley. They have some question marks at the receiver position.
He's an offensive guy, right? Doug
Yeah.
Peterson.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, he played quarterback, I believe. Yeah. But they could benefit from one of these young guru guys, like a what's homie at the Dolphins.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, their offense with Trevor Lawrence, a guy, it's looking he's more game manager than go out there. He's more Brock Purdy than Justin Herbert. You know what I mean? So I definitely say you got to get someone in there with more creativity, offensive wise.
hmm
Their offense lacks a lot of creativity, especially you got a guy like Travis Etienne who can play all over the field. Yeah, their offense is a little bit too conventional. You're asking a lot out of Trevor Lawrence to
hmm
just sit back there and run conventional as offense and win you fucking
Yeah.
12 games.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right. Next up, Dark Magic Chiefs. Vegas got them at 11.5, coming off 11-win season. For me, I'm going over. Like, it's the Chiefs,
Yeah,
bro. Like, I
yeah,
just I don't know
yeah.
there's not really much analysis to give, bro. They're the Chiefs. They won 11 last year, but they had a down year, and they
Hmm.
added a lot of receiving talent.
Yeah,
Mahomes is still Mahomes. Andy Reid is still Andy Reid. I don't see a reason to go under for them.
yeah, yeah. Over. Yeah, easy. Next.
Next is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders. You
It's
got
a good one.
Antonio Pierce era beginning. You got who the fuck knows starting a quarterback, Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, flip a coin. Two cheeks of the same ass, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, Vegas has them at 6.5.
Oh, that's easy over. Easy over.
Think so?
Easy over. I like Aiden O'Connell. I like Aiden. I think he could play. Crosby, he just got voted top what? He was like number
He
five
was
in
10.
NFL.
I think he was 10.
He was 10, top 10 fucking
And they
player.
picked up Christian Wilkins, but
Ooh.
um, But they
Ooh.
added famed Chargers GM Tom Telesco, noted for his resounding success over in with the Chargers.
Sucks.
Amazing pickup by the Raiders. I cannot
Uh,
be more thrilled for you Raider fans to have to enjoy the Tom Telesco experience as your GM.
yeah,
Best of
what the
luck to
fuck was
you.
that about? Yeah, why would they pick him up after seeing yeah, that didn't make any
Um,
sense out of them. That
they
was a
they
pretty
watched them beat the Justin Herbert list Chargers, a roster that Tom Telesco put together 63-14 or whatever the hell that score was, and said, "Let's get that guy. That's our guy."
yeah.
Interesting thought process, but that's Al Davis. He's a little senile these days. He's got.
It's his son. It's his son. I think Mark Davis.
Oh yes, you're right, Mark Davis
Yeah.
with the
Just
bowl
even
cut,
more senile. Even more
with
senile.
the bowl cut, and he's got the
Yeah.
25-year-old broad on his hip, whispering in his ear, telling
He's
him
a
who
sick
knows
man.
what.
Yeah, he just looks
Um,
like a yeah, yeah.
yeah, so for all those reasons, I'm going under. I'm not high on the Raiders this year. I just don't. They have some semblance of talent, but I think the Broncos are going to be better than them. That's my take. Broncos are at 5.5. We both took over on them. You took over on the Raiders. But I think that the Raiders are going to be the worst team in the division this year. That's my
You said they're
take.
6.5, right?
Mhm. The only one ahead of the Broncos.
That's tough. Yeah, man. I could see them. Yeah. Yeah. I
I see them as a 5 or 6 win team.
six is yeah, 6.5 is that sweet fucking spot because I could want to say they'll win six, but they can win seven. They'll win seven if they split with the Chargers.
Mhm.
Uh, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under.
Oh, you said over. You changing up?
Yeah, I'm gonna go under.
Okay. All right. Next up, we got our team, the LA Chargers.
Oh God.
Obviously we've touched on them. What do you think their total is? What do you think Vegas has them at?
What I think the Chargers total is 8.5.
Yep, you got a spot on.
Yeah.
8.5. I'll go first because I'm gonna be the pessimistic guy here. I got them originally. I had them at 9, but this was before obviously the Justin Herbert injury, which hurts. Obviously, he's in the boot right now. He's gonna be missing most of training camp, and that to me is a pretty big deal when you factor in the fact that you have all these new weapons, you have a new offense, you have a lot of new guys on the O line, you have just a lot of new faces, and um training camp is obviously so vital to build that chemistry with a lot of those new guys. Get that chemistry with the Lad McConkey, get that chemistry with the DJ Chark, get that chemistry with the cute Quentin Johnston, who obviously, um, there was
Needs
no chemistry
anything. Yeah.
built, no chemistry was built last season. So obviously the training camp was needed. So I think all of those things just make me even more hesitant, and it kind of just reinforces to me that even though we've got the excitement of the Jim Harbaugh era and whatnot, it's still the Chargers, and we've already seen the flashes of that so far in training camp. We're already seeing injuries. We're already seeing, injuries. Like that's just obviously the main
Can't
thing
have
that
it.
happens when you're
Can't
a
have
Charger
that.
fan is you get the nasty injuries and you get the one or two season-ending injuries in training camp. Knock on wood, we don't get that this year, but so that for me takes them from 9. I have them now at 8. I kind of I have them losing one of the first 2 games. I had them starting the year 2-0 against the Raiders and Panthers, but I think that they're going to split these games now just because the
The
Herbert injury.
injury. Yeah.
I
The
think it's going to.
Herbert.
So yeah, that's why I have them under. Um, Before I had them over, but now I have them at 8. If you want call me a pessimistic fan, I get it, but I've been a lifelong Chargers fan, and they've given me nothing to really be optimistic about. So it is what it is. Like that. That's how my fan approach is at this point. I'm optimistic when there's reason to be optimistic. I think that there's obviously some reason to be optimistic with Jim Harbaugh, but I think it's a 2-year process still. I don't think that the roster is ready to be a playoff team year one.
Yeah, I think just yeah, like you're saying, the Herbert injury. Yeah, it sucks chemistry wise. And then I think we talked about last week with the Chargers is how I really wanted Herbert to really use his legs
Mm-hmm.
this year. So this is definitely gonna put a big divot in that if you have a fucking your foot's about to split in half on the bottom. It
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because then you gotta kind of reduce the amount of times he's getting hit and put in compromising positions. So yeah, I can understand that. Hopefully, I think this is the same injury Dragic had in the finals when the Lakers won the championship, right? And he was able to come back mid-series. But
Yeah, I feel like plantar fasciitis is a pretty common injury. I'm sure a lot of guys have had it.
if yeah, the boot for 2 weeks, I don't know if it's that severe or if they're just being
I
safe.
think it's a little precautionary for sure.
Yeah, but I think if he's back by the week one, I think he'll be able to play himself into form and get chemistry by week four. So we should go 2-2 at the worst after 4 weeks. So I got still if he's in a rhythm by week five and we're 2-2, then we would just have to win. to win over 8 games, we'd have to go what is that? Win 6 games over the next.
7
It was eight and a
to
half. Oh, we'd have to win 7 games over the next what is that? 14 games. 7 out of 4. We'd have to go 500.
a little. No, we'd have to go 7-6.
7 and 6. Oh, out of 13. Uh, yeah, I'll take the over. I'll take the over.
Yeah.
I got it. I'll take the
Yeah, I
over.
could see them being 9. I kind of had them. I had them at 9 originally, but I'm gonna knock them a game because of the Herbert injury, and I think that
Yeah,
affects for the reasons we touched on. I think that that's gonna cost them a game somewhere along the lines.
yeah, and especially in the early beginning
Mhm.
of the season. But I feel like whatever we can get, we're gonna maximize just because our coach is an idiot. We have a good coach. I feel like he's gonna maximize whatever he can squeeze out of this team, even especially if Herbert's missing. If Herbert's not at 100%, the plan was already to not put it all on Herbert's shoulders this year. Just what that's just kind of what Jim Harbaugh teams do. Everything's not on the quarterback.
Mhm.
So it's yeah. But yeah, we definitely need weapons on the outside, man. There's no other way to. We need a guy. We need a Ayuk. We need a T Higgins. We need a Devontae Adams. We need somebody. You need somebody. Need a fucking dude. Yeah, and
Mhm.
you're looking every week, like you're saying. You see another what's his name, Malik Neighbors highlight. I might have
Yeah,
said fuck
that
it. I
hurts.
might have said fuck it, and I would have got him at this point. I understand the Joe Wall. I love it. Love the shit.
I
I
was big on
understand it.
neighbors. I was on the neighbors train, start
Yeah.
to finish, bro.
Yeah, neighbors. You see what Jamar Chase did to the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, he's looks like the real deal out there. He does stuff that no one on our team can do.
No, I agree with that. All
Yeah.
right, so next up, this one's interesting to me. I have a confident pick on this one. This is the Rams. They're at 8.5. I have a confident over on the Rams because I think they're just they're well coached. Obviously Stafford, if he stays healthy, is one of the top 7, 8 guys in the league still. Puka's coming off a historic rookie season. Cooper Cup's still there. They have weapons. Obviously they don't have Aaron Donald there no more, but I just think that they're well coached enough to be a team that wins 9 games.
Yeah. I was actually going to get the plan. I was gonna have a special guest on. It was gonna be Marshall Falk Jr. So we could talk some Rams with them, and then also I want to like kind of touch on some other things, but we'll get to that next week with Marsh. Uh, but yeah, the Rams, yeah, everything you touched on, man, they're a fucking well ran organization as there is. Sean McVay seems like he's all in. I remember a couple of years ago he was talking about retirement and all this type of shit. You
He's
remember
too
that?
young. Yeah, why is he talking about that? I mean, he
Yeah.
has a good-looking wife, I guess. I guess I understand a little bit why you'd be wanting to spend more time at home, but I don't know. You young, bro. Go
Yeah.
build your legacy.
Yeah, I haven't you haven't been hearing much of that. He seems like he's rejuvenated. Something's revitalized him. But yeah, no, definitely they're gonna be in the mix just like they were last year. They were player two from advancing and
Mm-hmm.
facing off against the Lions beat them what in the first round? Yeah. And then they would have played the Buccaneers, I believe. Is that who the Lions played?
It might
Last
have, or the matchups might have changed because of the seeding.
they would have played
Um,
the Niners.
they might have played the Niners.
Yeah, but the Rams Niners, we've played this our third time. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row in the
Yeah,
NFL. So yeah, they're
got them
gonna be
over.
yeah, they'll be in the playoffs. They'll make the playoffs. I
Okay.
could confidently say that. Yeah, 9. That's
Okay.
good.
Next up, the Dolphins,
Mm,
got them at 9.5.
under.
Okay. I have them over. I just think same reason as kind of like the Rams. They're well coached. Um, and I think that early on in the season with when is they typically get off to those fast starts because the weather's not cold yet and they're able to play that um, greatest show on turf type offense where they can throw the ball over the field, run all over the field, use their speed. And I think that early on that will be able to get them off to a fast start, which is what they typically do. And I think they'll end up getting 10 wins.
I got them under. Same reason I said Green Bay's getting over. Uh, or the Lions are getting over. Not enough substance. Not enough substance. A lot of pop gun, a lot of blow pop, a lot of bubble gum. Uh, but at the end of the day, your quarterback can't throw the ball on the line under 40 degrees. And I'm a Tua guy. I like Tua. When he was a rookie, I was saying, oh shit, like he can play, he can move. He's kind of got, yeah, he's a good quarterback. But I think he's one real little fragile, can't really not as mobile as I thought he was going to be. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's too little and too fragile to run. You know what I mean? So you're asking a lot out of him to win you a Super Bowl from the pocket. And I'm sure that's
Yeah,
their goal when you got Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. You're thinking Super Bowl. But yeah, I got him going under. I don't got him making the playoffs this year.
interesting.
No. And like I said, the Jets
AFC
too.
is so competitive, so I could see that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So next up, got the Vikings. I don't really want to analyze them too much. They got them at 6.5. I got them at under. I don't think they're going to be any good this year
Yeah.
with McCarthy or
Under.
with Sam Darnold.
Under.
I
And I like
think they
McCarthy. McCarthy, I think he can he's a good athlete. But yeah. Yeah. Under.
Next
I,
up is your third favorite team. We got the Patriots.
Let's go.
Uh, they got them at 5.5 with the Drake May era underway.
Under. Tough division playing Jacoby Brissett first half of the year.
Yeah,
Drake
are they going
May.
to start Jacoby this first half of the year? Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, yeah, starting Jacoby.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
I got him under them too.
yeah, yeah. Drake May, I fucking baller. But yeah, under. Move on. Yeah.
Okay, next up, Saints. Haven't
Hmm.
done much. They still got Derek Carr in there, so not really exciting prospects.
Can I guess the over under?
Yeah,
6.5,
7.5.
7.5.
Yep. This one's a little tough. I think who else was in their division? Atlanta, Carolina, and Tampa Bay.
Weak division.
Yeah.
Tampa's the best team. But yeah, probably Derek Carr. He can play, man. 7.5 though. Panthers got better. Falcons got better, but Panthers are still gonna suck. Falcons. So you're competing with the Falcons and the Buccaneers.
Mhm.
Can you beat the Falcons twice?
I'm gonna give them 8 wins. I'm gonna go over. I
Yeah.
think
Yep.
they usually are competitive. Um, and I think the division's weak. And yeah, I'll give them 8.
As
Now they're like
much,
around 500.
yeah, as much as I want to give them under, just because the most annoying fan base to me in all of football. One of the most annoying. Like,
Great city though.
huh?
Hell of a city.
Hell of a city. Best food in the world. Yeah,
Hmm.
best food in the world on the
By
planet.
far.
I've been to Europe, been to Puerto Rico, been to everywhere. But yeah, best food in the world is in New Orleans and Louisiana. But
Mhm.
no, well, one of the most annoying fan bases. Not the people over there. They good. They supposed to like the Saints, but outside of New Orleans, to California Saints fans is terrible, terrible representation. But yeah, I'll give them over. I'll give them over. I think Derek Carr, he should be able to win 8 games.
Okay. Next up, we got the Giants, still in the
Mm.
Daniel Jones era. They got him at 6.5. This guy's a Daniel Jones believer.
Over.
After
Danny
being on,
Dimes. Let the brothers run.
let
Let the
this be
brothers
known that
run.
he was a former Mac Jones shooter, and
Let the brothers run.
after that failed, he has now joined the Daniel Jones bandwagon.
Let the brothers run. Runs a 4.240. He can throw the ball 80 yards. Made of the right stuff. He's won a playoff game. He's got one less playoff win than Dak Prescott in his career. Let the brothers run. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna play good defense. They just got Brian Burns. They got Thibodeau coming off the edge too. So you ain't got no time to throw. I forgot they got a solid D tackle. They got Malik Neighbors. They are going to win. What is it, 6.5?
Yeah, so they need to
They
win
might
7.
fuck around, make the playoffs. Might fuck around, make the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over on them too. They won 6 last
Oh,
year, and
whoa,
I
nah,
got them getting
nah,
7.
nah, nah,
7.
nah, 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 nah. Go ahead, get that under, big dog. He was over there talking about with the Danny Dimes, but nah, you can't hop
I
on the
don't think
Danny
he's in,
Dimes
I don't
train
think he's
now.
very good, but I think he's. I mean, 7 wins is it's. I'm not.
7 wins is a lot.
That's
That's saying a
and
lot.
7 and 10. That's not much. That's not
That's
saying
saying you think I could go 7-10? If I was their quarterback, you think we going 7-10?
You might get four and you might get three.
Okay, exactly. So yeah, Danny, he can play. He can play.
I mean, yeah, he can. He's capable of playing football.
No, he's got great. He can do things that most quarterbacks can't do. He can play. Now all he got to do is the next step is him seeing the game and reacting in real time. He got the thing where he hold on to the ball a little bit too long, where the game looks hard at times. He got it. He started that playoff year. He was getting into a rhythm where he was taking off when he was supposed to. Play action. It just all depends on the run game. If they can solidify a good run game, forget about it. There's a lot of Eli Manning. I see a lot of Eli in him. I
Mm,
see a lot of Eli in him.
praise. I praise.
Two
All right.
totally different players, but I
Yeah.
see a lot of the Eli where people counting him out. He sucks. He throws too many interceptions, throws too many turnovers. Why is he making that face? Watch this man when he gonna get to that moment, and he gonna be cool under pressure.
More playoff wins than Herbert, by the way. So,
Yeah, more playoff wins than a lot of niggas. One less, half the playoff wins is Dak.
all right. Next up, you got the New York Jets. Let's see if we can get more than two or three snaps out of Aaron Rodgers this year and see how that looks. Obviously, there's a lot of question marks about him and his health and his sanity. Um,
Oh
Obviously, they got
fuck!
the defense. They got offensive talent around him with Brees Hall,
Can I
uh,
guess it? Can
Garrett
I guess
Wilson.
it?
They picked up Mike Will. Yeah, go ahead, guess it.
Since I'm thinking seven, it's 8.5, huh?
9.5.
Oh
They
shit!
believe it. They believe it. They say you're gonna be 10 wins.
Oh,
They drinking the conspiracy Kool-Aid over there. Aaron Rodgers got going on.
oh, oh my god!
I'm gonna go under on this just because obviously it's kind of the same line of reasoning that I went with when I went under on Atlanta because it's obviously the similar injury of the
Mm.
Achilles. Um, and I just think like there's talent on the team, but it's also the Jets, and it never usually comes together for them for various reasons. I'm not sure how I feel about Robert Saleh as a coach. I think that obviously um, he's a good leader and whatnot, but I don't know how he stacks up when you're coaching against Mike McDaniel in the division. You're coaching against Sean McDermott. You got to be better than both those teams, and I don't see the Jets as a better team than those two teams. They have the talent to do so. Um, I don't know. I just think obviously the last time we saw Aaron Rodgers play a full season, he wasn't that great. Jordan Love looked better than him the next season
Absolutely.
in a similar system with similar weapons. So I'm gonna go under.
Yeah. Oof, 9.5, right?
Mhm.
Fuck. This is tough. Nine is 9-8. Get you
Mhm.
probably playing for a 7 seed, depending on what happens. Yeah, man. Oh man, this is tough. This one's tough just because I'm gonna say nine, and that's just because I think this is gonna be Robert Saleh's last year there. He doesn't have a command of the team. If it was up to Rodgers, he wouldn't be the head coach anyway. Rodgers coming off the Achilles, a lot of rah rah, a lot of chaos, a lot of bullshit. When you look at this team, they got good talent, got great talent on defense and on offense in a couple of different places. But Robert Saleh, I don't think he has control over this team. Don't think he has control over this team.
I can see that. All right, next up, got the Eagles. They had obviously the disappointing end to the season where they kind of fell apart, obviously, and then picking up Saquon Barkley. Um, see how that goes for them. Obviously, he's a big name. See if it translates to some more success for them. Got him at 10.5.
That's high praise. Uh, Over. I can see him getting 11. Yeah,
Got
they
him
got
at.
better. They got better.
They win last year. They won 11 last year. So yeah,
Yeah, and that was after starting 10-1.
yeah, they started amazing last year. This one's tough for me also because yeah, I mean they fell apart at the end of last year.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Saquon helps, but I don't know how much of an impact he's gonna make. Because I don't think running backs necessarily are extremely valuable when it translates to wins and losses.
Well,
Um,
well, the thing with them is just because you got two running threats in the backfield.
yeah.
So. That's gonna take some of the eyes off of Saquon, so he's gonna be getting a lot
And
of
I think, yeah, and I think the loss of Jason Kelsey is a pretty big deal. That's their
yeah.
emotional leader. Um, Obviously, was still one of the best centers in the league, even though he was old. So obviously, I think that's a big deal. But then, obviously, their secondary was a mess last year, so they tried to short up in the draft. I think they got Cooper Jean and they drafted Quint. What is his name? Q Mitchell. I can't remember. I don't know his
Yeah, Cooper
name.
Jean could
From
play
Yeah, and
right
they drafted
corner.
the boy from Toledo.
Bob
I
Cousy,
don't know his first Quinion, I think maybe his name is.
Quinyon
But
Mitchell.
they try to shore up the secondary. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna go. You went over.
Yeah, I went over.
I'm gonna give them 10. I'm gonna say 10. I got Dallas winning the division. Um,
No.
I think I don't know. I think McCarthy's a better coach than Nick Sirianni, and I think that defensively I trust them more than I trust Philly's defense, based on the secondary and everything. So I'm gonna give them 10. So I'm gonna go under.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Next
Another
you
one
got
we
the
differ.
Steelers. Obviously, Mike Tomlin never goes under 500, so you got to take that into consideration. They got him at 7.5. So is this the year that Mike Tomlin finally goes under 500? That's what Vegas is projecting.
Got him at under. A wise man once said, if you have two quarterbacks, you have none.
Mm,
You got none.
mm. They haven't been under 8 wins since 2003.
Mm-hmm.
So Vegas is going out on a limb with the 7.5.
Yeah.
Got
I
him
got him.
under. I'm gonna. I just can't fade Tomlin, man. Like I gotta give him 8. That might be under 500 still, but I just
It
think
is
that
under 500 still.
yeah, that is a 500. That is under 500 still. I just think that he always finds a way somehow. And I think that defensively, obviously, they find a way to keep themselves in games at home. They're obviously super tough to beat. And I just think they like somehow they always find a way to squeak out games where like they're not supposed to win certain games, but they find a way to win.
Yeah.
Uh,
They'll sneak about 3, 4 wins a year that like kind
yeah,
of get them to around
I'm gonna keep sticking with Tomlin, and I'm gonna say that he finds a way to keep them around 500 again this year.
Yeah, I got him going under just because, yeah, I see him getting off to a slow start with the Russell Wilson kind of forcing his way to start and just to keep him happy. And then they'll get off to a slow start 3-5, 3-6 or some shit.
Mhm.
And then kind of maybe win a couple games towards the end of the year. But yeah, I don't see him being that good.
Next
I,
up, you got the Niners, obviously coming up one or a few plays short in the Super Bowl. Obviously we talked about Ayuk a little bit, so they got some question marks there. They got him at 11.5 wins.
you got to go over. You got to.
I'm gonna go under actually. I'm gonna say they win 11. Obviously they're gonna still be good. I think they're gonna win the division still. But I think there's some question marks obviously with Ayuk. And I think that um, they've obviously they deal with injuries and stuff, but McCaffrey's mostly stayed healthy through his time there. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's gonna be able to go full 17 this year, given his history. And I think that yeah, I think obviously they're gonna be playing another tough schedule. Um, with the first place schedule and whatnot. So I think that they're going to win 11. I think that they're going to focus a lot, especially when you get towards the later half of the season. They're going to be focusing on getting their guys healthy towards the postseason because they have a bigger goal in mind. And I don't know if home field is going to be as big of a deal for them as it would be for a team like Philly or a team like Dallas. So I'm going to give them 11. I'm going to go under. But I
Okay.
still think they're going to be probably the favorite in the
Playoffs.
NFC.
Yeah, I got,
They're still the top team to me in the NFC. But yeah, I have them going under.
yeah, I got them going over, winning that division. One seed, like I said, it's either going to be them or the Packers.
Yeah, okay. Staying in the division, got the Seahawks. Um, who they pick up? Their coach is Mike McDonald, I think is his name. He was a Ravens defensive coordinator. So no more Pete Carroll. They got him
Yeah.
at 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah,
Got them going
7.5.
under. I think this is Geno's last year there. They need to get a real quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but they need a franchise quarterback. He's a
Yeah,
bridge.
they've got 9 wins each of the last 2 seasons. This
That's
one's
about the
tough.
most they could have got out of him, and that's with
Yeah,
the Pete Carroll
yeah. I think
squeezing all the
I think with the
juice.
new with the new coach, and I think this might be it for Gino. I think I can kind of I agree with you. I kind of can see this kind of unraveling a little bit for them this season. Um, so yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go under also. I'm gonna go under also.
yeah,
I agree.
under. Yeah,
Next up, getting towards the last few teams here. You got the Buccaneers, obviously coming off the surprise division win. Baker Mayfield had his career resurgence. Vegas is not
playoff
very
run
high
too.
on them. 7.5.
Over. Oh God, over. Easy money. Might go to yeah. I might yeah. I just get down to MGM tonight.
This one's tough for me because, like, I don't know. Obviously, they had the nice run last year and my thing is you have to like consider that usually there's about 4 or 5 teams that from the previous season that don't make the playoffs. There's always like that new influx of teams that were in the playoffs the previous season that don't make it the
Yeah.
following season. There's at least like I don't remember the exact number, but I think it's like 5 or 6 turnover spots each from year to year. And I think that they're one of the teams that I'm eyeing as a team that's going to be a turnover team. I don't know if they're going to repeat as division champs. I think that Atlanta might win the division, even though I went under 9.5 for them. I think they're probably going to be a 9-win team. And then even the Saints will be competitive in that division. So just for those reasons, I'm going to go under. I think that
Okay.
the Baker Mayfield had a good season. It was a fun story. But I don't see the stars aligning for them again like they did last year. They won a playoff game too. Like they had literally a picture perfect season, and I just don't see it going the same way for whatever reason this year. Okay, so we got 2 teams left, both of them whom are pretty ass, but we'll get through them. Um, Next is the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis year 2 had a solid, actually a pretty solid rookie year.
Yeah.
No Derrick Henry anymore. They got him at 6.5.
Yeah, Tony Pollard.
No Mike Vrabel either. Who's their coach? I think it's Brian Callahan. He was from the Bengals. If I'm remembering correctly.
Got them going 6.5.
Hmm.
Texans, Jaguars, Colts. Yeah. Oh
Yeah, so they're
fuck.
probably going to be the worst team in that division.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. Ah, man, that's tough because Levis looked good. He looked better than everyone thought he was gonna look. You had
They
Calvin
picked up
Ridley.
Calvin Ridley. Yeah.
Calvin Ridley got D Hop. He had the
Hmm.
game last year where he threw like 4 or 5 touchdowns or something like that.
Hmm.
Uh, dude, it's tough. Yeah, like this one's tough. 6.5.
I'm gonna go over for them. I think
I'm
they'll
a
get 7.
I'm gonna go under. I think they just get 6.
I
But a
think
good year.
that
I
might,
think they play tough. I think they play their division tough.
yeah,
I
I
think they
think yeah, go ahead.
I think they lose two to they're gonna lose two. They're gonna get 4 losses from 2 teams in that division. So they're gonna get swept by 2 teams in that division. I think they may be able to split one against either whether it be the Jags or the Colts.
Hmm.
But yeah. But yeah, it's they're gonna be competitive though. They're not just gonna be turd bowl water. They're gonna be competitive team.
Yeah, I think that that division is going to be kind of all jumbled together. I think a lot of those teams are going to be around that like 7, 8, 9 win range. So that's why I'm going to give them 7 because I think they're all going to kind of be that's going to be the division that's going to be pretty jam packed together where no team maybe besides outside of the Texans is going to be able to kind of get some separation from one another. Um, so yeah, I'll go over for them. And last and certainly probably least. Um, you got the Commanders and the beginning of not the Jaden Daniels era, but the Austin Eckler era. That is the real era that is that is being undertaken in command in
Uh,
Washington. You got the ball that you got the yellow M&M break taking his talents to Washington, showing them that he is, an expert at the 3-yard dump offs. Um, can't really hit the hole like he once could. He's obviously lost a step. He had a good little run with the LA. But yeah, all jokes aside, yeah, Jaden Daniels is gonna be the guy there. A lot of excitement for him. Dan Quinn is the new coach. Still got that shitty ass Commander's name. They need to change that shit. That shit is garbage to me.
I'm not
I'm
mad
not
at
a,
it.
I just like I think people are too sensitive with the Redskins thing. I don't think anything was wrong with the Redskins. Maybe
Yeah.
that's controversial to say, but I just don't like the command. It doesn't come off the tongue well to me like Commanders. I don't know when I say it, it doesn't feel like a serious NFL franchise.
Yeah. No, no. It's
Maybe I'm just
and
not used to it yet though.
arguably one of the best colorway jerseys
Mm-hmm.
in the NFL, if not the best jersey in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah,
They
I
got him
know.
at 6.5 though.
Oh, under. Yeah, under.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna end off agreeing because,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that this is gonna be a year where it's gonna have to be Jaden's gonna have to learn the hard way. He's
He's
gonna,
starting?
I think he's gonna start. I don't even know who's their backup.
How? Sam Howell.
Is House? Oh, he's still there.
He might have went somewhere else, huh? I think he might have went somewhere else.
Yeah, he went to Seattle.
Ooh.
So
Uh,
who is their back? Is it Marcus Mariota? I want to say it's Mariota.
yeah, Jane Daniels
Oh
starting
God, yeah,
over
they're under.
Mariota.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Mariota's on is their backup.
yeah.
Yeah,
He better not be starting over Jaden Daniels after that
yeah.
damn quarterback
If
series.
if Marcus Mariota is starting week one, I'm confidently on the under. Even though he might only end up starting like 3 games, but they're gonna start 0-3 if he's starting those games.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. There's gonna be he's gonna have some flash plays. Got McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, but yeah, just
I think Jaden Daniels is gonna he's gonna struggle a little bit year
he's
one.
gonna struggle. Yeah, he's got to put
I
on
think
some
that's
weight.
gonna take, and then especially because he's going into um a, a system where it's Dan Quinn is a defensive minded head coach, so I don't think he's gonna necessarily have the easiest transition. They're not gonna make his life as easy. Similar, I mean that you could make the same case for Caleb, but he obviously has a much better offensive
Yeah,
support
yeah.
cast around him
Nowhere
because
near.
Matt Eberflus is a defensive first coach as well. Um, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I
Now,
think long term
now,
Jaden
now
will be
him, now him in Mike McDaniel's system with that talent. Now we're cooking. Yeah, you look at a guy like him, him talent wise versus a Tua Tagovailoa is two completely different offenses. But yeah, how many did we end up agreeing with? How many did we end up?
let's see. I'm gonna tally how many we just disagreed with. One, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. So 14 out of what is that? They're 30 they're 30 in the league, right?
32. 14 out of
32,
32.
32. So almost half, which is
Yeah.
probably about right. A little less than half.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're more in agreement than we aren't. Um, which means we're probably gonna be wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. I'm excited to come back to this at the end of the year.
I got it all marked down. So we'll keep tabs. We'll see on the ones specifically that we disagreed on who ended up being right, and then if on the ones that we agreed on we cooked.
Yeah, we cook, bro.
That was a good little exercise though. We'll have some. I got some other things in mind that we can do. Less time consuming though. That one took a little bit of time,
Yeah,
but
no, it's all good. We had to that was kind of mandatory that we had to do that. Definitely with football season around the corner. Better get that out the way now.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you want to get to?
No, man, it's a little late here. I gotta get a meal in me. Get some noodles cooked up on the stove real quick, man. Get the struggle food in. It's a little late to be doing anything else, so I got work in AM. So just knock a meal back and catch some Z's for the night. That's my
Yeah,
plan, man.
man. Get that sleep in, bro. I don't gotta work till later tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta be there at 8:15, so bright and early for me.
Bright and early. Yeah, get some rest, dog. Yeah, definitely get the protein in. Make sure you get you a egg white sandwich on the way to work
I
tomorrow.
ain't on the egg white sandwich, man. You got to put me on those.
I'm about to say, yeah, the egg white, that's a superfood, bro. That's just I'll teach you a thing or two. You get the muscle building superfoods. So like stuff like Greek yogurt,
Type shit. I need
egg
that.
whites, tilapia,
Gotta get on my program.
shrimp. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, bro, nothing else to get to. We'll see if we can sneak one in later this week with Team USA. After the game tomorrow. Well, yeah, there's really
Yeah, tomorrow's game, I don't think there's going to be anything to really touch. This should be
uh,
a pretty cakewalk game, barring something super unforeseen.
yeah. But yeah, there's really nothing. We pretty much got to all the shits. So I'll definitely we got some good shit in here.
Yep.
100%.
Hey,
Yeah,
whoever
I gotta.
made it to this point, appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? Drop a little like or some if you made it this far. Show some love to us. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do a little thing here. We'll see where it goes. We just having fun with it right now. You know what I'm saying? Just talking ball. We got things on our mind. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of takes. We just get them off our chest.
Yeah, no, this is take therapy, 100%, bro. But yeah, bro. Like Keaton said, appreciate the love. We're gonna keep these going. Let me see what else you want to get to. Yeah, nothing really else to get to off the top of my head.
Rest in peace, Gordon Hayward. Shout out to you, man. Great career.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. I wanted to get into Gordon Hayward's career. Yeah, but yeah, it's late already, bro. Yeah, just rest in peace. Maybe we'll save that for another day.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Yeah, you've watched another episode of No Lazy Takes with Brandon and Keith.
Done.
Yes, sir, and
Done.
Keaton. And yeah, we're done. We'll call it night. Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.